You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron, presented by Underdog.
Whoa, whoa.
My name is Kinsey. I'm your host, and today we got some fun boys on the couch. Joining me, we have one of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless.
Yeah. Hello, Skip.
We got Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, and 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib Talib.
Yeah.
4-time Pro Bowler and the man you want always having your back, Richie Incognito.
Yes,
Richie.
Let's go, baby.
And a new fan favorite, we got 3-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl winning safety, TJ Ward.
I've just got one tiny little thing I need to say. How about them Cowboys? Yeah! How about them?
Really?
And I got one other thing I want to say. This man, my man Richie, on Friday called for Chip Kelly's job. Got to get him out of there, and they listened to Richie.
Get him out of there.
Get him out.
Man, it
Gone.
was bad. They had to make the move. You know, Chip's offense isn't translating to the NFL.
I'd say.
Too vanilla, too predictable. They give up 10 sacks to Cleveland yesterday. They're only able to put up 10 points. The offensive line is a complete mess. We got 2 third-round picks sitting on the bench that can't see the field. It's been a mess from the start. They decided to make a decision and get rid of them. 2 thumbs up for me.
Good for you.
And-
Well, he's plugged in with those Raiders.
And Skip, you know how many times I've come to work on this couch and I said, I'm so sorry, Skip. Today, I don't feel
Finally.
like that.
Go, Skip.
I'm like, Skip,
We're back in the
are
saddle,
you okay? All right, you guys, we've got a packed show today. So here's what is happening on Gridiron. So Shedeur Sanders wins his debut start and earns himself the start of Week 13. So do the Browns finally have their franchise quarterback? Would love to see that. And then, of course, Skip's Cowboys. They were trailing 21-0, and the Cowboys delivered a miraculous comeback against the reigning champs. And maybe playoff hopes for Cowboys, maybe. We'll talk about that. And Caleb Williams and Chicago do it again and now have won 8 of the last 9 games.
Wow.
And they may be the team to beat right now in the NFC.
No, they ain't. Ain't
All
no
right.
way.
We'll talk about it later. But as always, you guys, this episode is presented by Underdog. So if you are new to Underdog, today is the day. Get $100 in bonus entries when you play just $5 with code GRID. Win or lose, Underdog isn't stopping there. It's officially Feast Week. So Underdog is hooking you up with a new promo every single day this week. Underdog is available in most states, including Florida, California, and Texas. So go support the show and claim your bonus and start playing today with code GRID. So we first got to start with Sunday Night Football because it was not even a contest. The Rams got out to a 21-0 lead before, and Matt Stafford, oh my gosh, he was absolutely incredible. Maybe he's going to be MVP. You've been pitching for that all year. But Rams beat the Bucs 34-7 behind 273 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 of those coming from Devontae Adams. So Sean McVay continues to stay humble, though. So let's see what he has to say.
The only thing that would matter is if the season ended right now. So, do you remember who was in first place with 6 weeks left last year? Me either. So,
I love that. So now the Rams are 9-2 and have the best record in the NFC. So, Keith, we're going to start with you. Are the Rams the best team in the NFL?
NFL?
In the entire NFL. Not NFC, I said NFL.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say the best in the NFL, but I'll say the best in the NFC. I'll give them that.
But why not the NFL?
Because we got them goddamn Broncos.
Them
Broncos is a damn problem.
Yep.
I'm telling you, if anybody can match up with the Rams, it's the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. But these Rams, though, they the top in the NFC. I can give them that. I think how they playing right now, they'll whoop the shit out the Eagles. If they saw each other this weekend, they'll get at the Eagles this time. We know about the offense, man. They got 2-headed monster on the outside.
Yep.
You try to stop them, they're gonna kill you with Kyron. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know what you're doing. You better not give your signs. Hey, mix. You better not do that shit versus the Rams. They gonna get to the perfect run on your ass every time if you do that. Now, earlier when we talked about the Rams, I had an issue with the corners. I don't know about these corners. I don't know if they can hold up. They played Philly, they couldn't hold up, right? Philly stormed them, anything they wanted, they threw it, they came back. Now, right now, these corners playing some ball right now, man. You got Kobe Durant, 2 picks in the last 4 weeks and a touchdown.
Yep.
Then you got Emmanuel Forbes Jr., got 3 picks in the last 4 weeks. The confidence, you can see the confidence in they play right now. They got games under their belt. They get more comfortable with the system. And, hey, due to them corners and how they playing, everything else on the team was good. Due to them corners and how they playing, the Rams got it right now. I love the Rams to win the NFC right now.
By the way, didn't you go last night?
I didn't. I was supposed to go.
Oh, you didn't go.
But hey, we had a big soccer tournament in Dallas, man. Barry got the striking and striking. I had to change my plan, Skip.
Okay, so your son's going to be a soccer star as well as a football star.
Hey, man. Hey, that's what it's looking like. Hey, homegrown, 17. Draft him now, FC Dallas. Let's go.
Okay,
FC Dallas.
but you did play for the Rams and the Broncos.
I did.
So if they happen to meet in the final game of the year, your emotions would be pretty ripped apart.
I'm going to be happy
right?
either way. You know what I'm saying? I love the Rams. I love Sean. I love the guys there. Red's the head trainer. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I love the Rams. So if they was to meet with the Broncos, hey, man, you know, I'd probably be going for the Broncos a little bit.
I know, I'm like,
a little bit.
It's not even a question.
But if the Rams won, I'd be partying. I wouldn't be mad at all. That'd be a great fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Rams where they're at right now. Best in the NFL. I think they're clumped in there with a couple people, but the way Stafford's playing, he's playing lights out.
Yeah.
I love Sean McVay. I love the creativity. Like you said, you tip your hand to them, they are going to gut you.
They gonna gut you.
They got Devontae rolling. He looks great.
Yep.
Puka is their Swiss Army knife. They can run the ball with Kyron. And the defense, like you said, the corner's stepping up. That pass rush is nasty. It's getting after people. And what I really do like about them is they got an easy schedule, kind of an easy schedule. They got Carolina, Detroit, Seattle, Atlanta, Arizona. So in there, I think there's a couple wins. There's a couple challenges, Detroit and Seattle again. But I think that they're going to cruise to the top seed in the NFC.
Yeah, definitely. They're not the number 1 team in the league, but definitely the NFC. Like I said, like Lee said, Broncos, that defense.
Very biased
number
boys.
one.
I think we got
Biased
We
boys.
just talk football, and this is a
facts.
football show, so we're going to keep it football.
You have a Broncos podcast.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
But even if it wasn't the case, I mean, we can't just say the Broncos if it wasn't true, right?
Yeah.
The stats
Well, you
and
could.
the
You
facts,
could try.
the stats and the facts will go against it.
I mean,
Skip
you
would
said
say the Cowboys.
you know,
You would
you said
say
Cowboys. See, I don't do that like Skip do. I don't do that.
The proof
if
gotta
the
be in
Broncos
the
was
pudding.
trash, I would say they trash.
Yeah.
The proof
They
got to
trash.
be in the pudding. And the Rams are number 1 team in the NFC for sure. And what I like about them is the way they get into the quarterback with that pass rush, man.
Yep.
Them two,
Jared
Verse and
Ugh.
Young,
Ugh.
number 1 in pass pressure. They turn the ball over.
Right.
And like Lee said, it's making the secondary play better. And then you got Matt back there. Man, he looking this way, throwing it that way. Like, what are you supposed to do as a secondary? Like, you don't know where you're going with the ball. So, and then the attitude and the health. They're healthy. They're a healthy team.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you go into deep in the season with that health, and you got the attitude that Coach McVay is putting on that team. Like, say, we leading now, but that don't mean shit. We got to finish this out.
Right.
Yep.
So definitely the Rams is doing their thing, and at SoFi, it's hard to win, man. That's a party. You already know. You go to SoFi, teams come in there, they get home field advantage. It's going to be looking ugly.
So here's what shocks me about the Rams and stops me in my tracks is I keep looking at the defense thinking it's questionable because of what you said about those corners. And now I look at the stats and the facts say they're second in points allowed in the NFL. Well, if I can pair that up with Matt Stafford and those 2 receivers and that running back, both those running backs, because I like Blake Corum a lot.
Yeah.
Too. He
Little
runs hard.
Michigan.
Okay? Yeah. And I say, what's not to love about this? So they've gotten to 9-2, and you read the schedule, and they got Arizona twice. And Arizona's game, and then Jacoby's been playing at a high level. He'll throw for 300, but can they beat Arizona in 2 games more? Yeah. They could. They got a game at Carolina, which can be tricky, but Buffalo went in there and just destroyed Carolina, so could that? Sure they could. They get Detroit, but it's at home, and then they get Seattle at Seattle, where this Seattle team has not been that great.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? So at 9-2, I say, what's not to love about the rest of the schedule? It looks like they're going to be the 1 seed in the NFC, right?
Yeah.
2 home games to get to the Super Bowl. You've been there and done that. It's pretty easy, right? I mean, that's the path, man. That's what you fight for all year long. All right? And then I look at turnover differential, the telltale stat. Well, they've risen all the way up to second behind the Bears. And we're going to talk about the Bears. The Bears just keep on keeping on, but the Bears just live and die off they have to take the ball away. The Rams don't live and die off that, but they're second in the league in turnover differential, takeaway, giveaway. And then Matt Stafford, I keep saying, well, what's not to love about him? Because he's now the runaway MVP favorite. Like runaway, like you're close to just giving him the award, right? So the only thing that stopped me about the Rams was I still keep going back to that Seattle game just a Sunday ago, and Seattle came into SoFi and just dominated them in every way, shape, and form except for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, he throws, what did he do? He throws 4 picks, and they went 1 out of 4 in the red zone. Well, other than that, they just dominated. Matt Stafford's offense went 2 of 11 against Seattle. The first downs were 26-12 Seattle. The total yards were 414 to 249 Seattle. So Seattle came in and just dominated the Rams, and yet you're stuck with the quarterback in Seattle who killed you not only throwing picks, but in the red zone. Okay, so I don't know. That just set me back where I couldn't like rubber stamp the Rams as the best team. But if I'm coming down to, once upon a time, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones got after me one time, this is way back when, and said, you guys on TV, you always try to end the season after every week. Like you guys try to end the season. And I said, it's what we do. Yeah. I mean, it's just who we are. It's what everybody, what fans try to say. Like, okay, we got 6 weeks left, and Sean McVay is saying, can you remember last year who was in first place after 6 weeks? Well, no, because it didn't matter, but it matters to us right now. So if I got to settle the season, end the season right now, and I go Rams-Broncos, will I take Matt Stafford over Bo Nix in a Super Bowl game? You better believe I will. I mean, doesn't it just come down to that? Wouldn't you favor Matt Stafford, year 17, age 37, runaway MVP over Bo Nix? I would.
I'm a defensive guy. I think defenses win championships. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an MVP like Cam Newton, excellent year, 15-1, all the bells and roses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, if the defense come out and knock the shit out you,
like Seattle
all that shit go out the window. Like Seattle,
I
mean, if Seattle defense could stop you like that, I think we could stop you like that.
And they got to go up there and play Seattle with that 12th man. That ain't tough. Okay. I mean, that's not easy.
No,
you guys keep saying that.
But they're not playing. Seattle's not playing well at home. I'm with you, Skip. I'm taking Stafford. I'm taking Stafford just for consistency. Yeah. He's consistent over the long term. Him and McVay together are unbelievable. McVay has this huge menu, and Stafford could access all of it.
I'm just never going to take if it's an offensive team and a defensive team and a chip, I'm just never going to take.
But it's not like Rams isn't a defensive team right now. They're also.
I mean, they falling on defense. They falling on defense, but I mean, I don't know. If you look, if we said, what is the Rams hanging their hat on? It's Matt Stafford in that offense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the guys who are going to get all the pub. Going into the Super Bowl, it's going to be Matt Stafford in that offense versus the Broncos in that defense. Mm-hmm. And I'm just always going to take the defensive teams. The defense guys just had his chip on their shoulder in them big games, man. And it seemed to always be in favor of the defense. That's why they came up with the saying. It ain't no saying that say offense wins Super. Nah, that shit ain't no saying. It's every saying is a saying for a reason because that shit is probably true.
Okay, is this year's Denver defense as good as yours was in 2015?
Yeah. They don't take the ball away like us, but they fucking get after the quarterback probably a little bit better than we did.
I don't know. You had Von Miller all over Cam Newton,
like
man.
Either.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Rams doing right now, opposed to what they weren't doing earlier in the season, is getting touchdowns in the red zone. That carries into the playoffs. When you scoring 7 instead of 3, that puts you over the top. Like, them 3 points, 3-3, you look up, got 12 points.
Right, yeah.
If you get in the red zone 2 times, the team got 14, you're going to lose that game.
Yeah.
No matter how many yards you had in between. So, I mean, they doing that well right now. That'll carry them, a little.
The Rams can't beat you multiple ways, though. I like you said, that Seattle game, they wasn't doing shit on offense.
Nothing.
How they win the game? 4 turnovers on defense, takeaways.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Getting after Sam Darnold on that. So, I'm not shitting on the Rams. I love the Rams. You know what I'm saying? I think they're the best team in the NFC.
But you still think Denver is the best team in the NFL?
I do.
God.
I do. Just if
That's
Bo
just hard
if
for
Bo
me to
played
process.
if Bo played like he played against Kansas City, I don't feel like nobody could beat us, Skip. Like because he make big time throws, and Sean Payton is a genius. You know what I'm saying? We got our own OG genius.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that. He got a chip too. You know what I'm saying? He always in the show. So I just feel like if he play that way, and our defense with Pat, I'm gonna wear a Pat jersey next week. I think I'm gonna come Pat.
You need that
I'm gonna
hit
come
to
Pat
come
on
back
Monday.
off
He back.
injury.
I think he should be back. I think I'm gonna come Pat on Monday.
But the
We
Broncos,
smack the
they
Commanders.
don't change their style. It's been the same way of winning week to week to week to week. You ain't
Right.
got to change your style. You ain't got to win on offense this week, win on defense. You know how we finna win. We
Yep.
finna play defense.
Play defense
Come down to
and
that fourth
win
quarter,
in
and
the
Bo
fourth
gonna
quarter.
win the drive.
Make a couple
Every
plays.
week.
Run the
sure.
ball.
For sure. I'd love to see Bo. I'd love to see Bo just get more consistent down the end. You know what I mean? He can make plays. He's making them in the fourth quarter. Let's make a couple of those plays in the first and second quarter.
What that's
Keep the
gonna give us
offense
like a
going.
double win?
No, it's not going to give you. It's not going to give
that's
you.
gonna do for us?
It's
Like,
not going to give you a double win, but eventually, when you
a
live and die in the fourth
WWW.
quarter, when you live and die in the fourth quarter, that luck runs out and those plays run out. So if Bo's a little more consistent on the front end of those games, maybe they're not having to come back 14, 21 points down in the fourth.
So
quarter.
when you score 35 a game, do that luck run out?
No.
Oh shit, yes it do. Ask Cam Newton do it run out.
Ask,
Ask Cam do it fucking run out. It's hard to score 35, 30 if you hang your hat on scoring 35 points a game.
But
and
if
then
you're
you run
telling me
into
the
somebody
off-
like the Broncos
but if you're
defense.
telling me your offense is scoring
Ask
35
Joe
points
Burrow.
every game, you're going to win a lot of football games. And now with that defense is nasty. That defense is awesome. I just want to see Bo pick it up. Like I think the offense has another year because Bo's been missing on those deep shots. He was really good on those deep shots last year, and he was connecting. This year, it just seems like it's a little too tall. Sailed it over a little bit.
Yeah.
So if Bo picks up the consistency, they get to pounding that rock and that defense. This is a great team.
So what does Aqib Talib always tell me? That you're looking at the game with Super Bowl eyes.
That's right. Super Bowl
Super
vision.
Bowl eyes. And if you're looking at Super Bowl eyes on Bo Nix, I've seen him play one playoff game and be pretty much a disaster in that
Right.
one playoff game. So that's all he's ever done. And I witnessed Matt Stafford win a Super Bowl, right?
In year 15, after
Yeah.
he was a disaster for
Okay.
14 years straight, right?
Aaron stuff.
I don't know if he was a disaster in
wouldn't say
Detroit,
disaster.
but
What do you call it?
But what
I
helped
mean,
him
he-
in that
he-
year?
I
The
mean, he was
defense
balling.
and
What was his
Aaron
record?
Donald.
Like a 1-3?
Yeah, he was throwing the ball around, and I mean he was going up and down the field. But yeah, the entire Detroit organization at that time stunk.
Oh,
they
well,
had
yeah.
nobody around him, no defense.
It wasn't his fault in Detroit. I get it.
I mean, he put up
are
numbers.
you being sarcastic? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm being very sarcastic.
Okay. All I ever heard when he was in Detroit is that nobody can spin it the way Matt Stafford.
But you
can
wasn't
spin
worried about not winning the game.
Like-
You know he was going to come out with Megatron. I played in Cleveland. We wasn't worried about losing to Detroit, and that's a fact. Matt Stafford or not, Megatron or not, yeah, they may have their numbers, but guess what? We gonna win the game.
Right.
It's
Right.
Detroit.
Okay.
But when
So-
he got to LA, you know,
All right.
defense.
Maybe he needed Sean McVay.
He did.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's big. That's
Okay.
a big
And
thing.
you know,
Maybe he
change
needed
scenery,
Cooper Cup for a
sure.
while, and now he's got Puka and Devontae for a
Exactly.
while. Okay.
Right.
But all I know is in the Super Bowl, I saw him do one of these. You know, like no, and I'm like, what? He did that? And then last night I'm watching Baker. They're down 21-0, and Baker makes a run, and then he makes a throw, and all of a sudden it's 21-7. And I'm thinking, well, Baker's going to fight back. He's going to make this a game. And Matt Stafford goes boom, 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 and then he does one of these sideways
Man, that shit
to,
gonna get
to the
picked up.
tight end. It's like
That shit gonna get picked up.
okay,
If
nah,
I'm a
Skip.
safety, you done did it one too many times. I'm sitting in that pose. I wish I'm not going nowhere. You gonna do whoop pick.
okay. I haven't seen it
I like,
yet.
I like
Right.
it, Skip. Trust me. I bought me
That's
a
hard to
point that
pick.
Super Bowl. I had 2.5.
Yep.
They won
Okay.
by 3, Skip. I won 25K.
All right.
Like,
Good
feel
for
me,
you.
Skip? I trust me.
All right.
I love Matt Stafford with Sean McVay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But
I may have.
they wasn't going
Yeah.
against a top defense neither.
Okay.
It was offense versus offense to me. You know what I'm saying? And
All right.
if anybody had the defense, the Rams had the defense because they had the best defensive player ever on the D-line.
Indeed.
And he closed it. You know what I'm saying? So their defense is solid, but if I'm picking the defense, I'm going to pick the Broncos defense over the Rams right now.
Okay, are you going to take the Broncos offense over the Rams?
No.
Okay.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't win.
Okay. I wanted
No,
to check.
I'm not.
I wanted to check.
Yeah, no, I ain't crazy now, but I'm in a big game like that. I'm always gonna pick who got the better defense, they do, I'm putting my money on that team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm going to bet it.
Yeah, the defense is nasty in Denver. I love watching them play. They get after
man,
the
that
pass.
shit
And the thing about
They fly
defense,
around.
How
They
you
got-
feel, Bub?
when
How
you
you feel?
watch
Are they equal to us?
the Rams or our defense?
Yeah,
Oh
are
yeah,
they
they
equal to us?
definitely equal to us. I ain't gonna say they better, but they equal. They do things better than we did. We do some things better than them. But at the end of the day, the production is the same.
It's dominant.
Shutting shit down, it's dominating. Whether it's more sacks, more interceptions, whatever the case is, they keeping teams to limited points and they turning the ball over and they getting to the quarterback.
Okay,
The
but
rest-
which defense has the closest player to Von Miller? The Rams do. Jared Verse is the closest to Von Miller.
We
As
talking
far
about
as-
just a pass rush, or we talking about
as
the
a-
closest to Von Miller as far as dominating the
Just
defense?
dominating.
Well, we do, because Pastor Chan is the closest to Von Miller.
Okay, but he doesn't rush the passer. I'm talking about rushing the passer. And Nick Benito is unbelievable, but he does it all with quickness and edge speed and
Nick is better than all the pass rushers from the Rams. I'm
he's not
sorry.
better than Jared Verse.
I
Jared
think
Verse
he
is
is.
a flat out monster.
Yeah.
He is coming.
And look, if
Well-
you give me one down to get to the quarterback 3rd and 8, I'm picking Benito.
I'm picking Nick, bro.
I'm picking
He
Benito.
gonna
And this is
get
why.
off the
These
ball.
boys
But
love
yeah,
the
these boys
Broncos.
love.
They love the Broncos.
I
All
feel
right.
Skip. Jared Verse, he's
nice.
a
But
little
it's
bit of a
kinda
different
looking
player.
like-
He's a
You
better
guys-
all-around end, linebacker end
But
than
we
Benito, I
not
would
talking
say.
about-
But we
Benito-
talking about this
Benito's
pass.
coming into his own as a pass rusher, as a run stopping DN.
Exactly.
But I like Verse. Verse is a little bit bigger, a little bit more stout, and
I think
he's
you're
just like an
sleeping on
animal.
him.
But maybe
I'm
we'll,
not saying,
yeah.
I'm not saying he bad, Skip.
Okay.
Skip just wanted to be the
Bad or
like
good?
him, bad or good.
Yeah.
Like, I like him, Skip, but
Okay.
if you ask me who's better, who I'm gonna take. I'm like Bub, bro. If it's I got one down, I got one edge, who's gonna get to the quarterback? I'm gonna pick Nick. I think if we took a poll on the chat, a lot of people probably have fucking picked Nick.
That'd be a good poll.
You see,
I'd like
his
to see
get
the
off, bro.
results
His
on
get
that.
off is second to none in the league. He looked like he offsides every play.
He does.
He's quick.
I agree.
Like, come on, man. Like, how am I not gonna
Track
take
it
that?
off.
Well,
Okay.
it's very likely that we might see the Broncos and the Rams in the Super Bowl, so we'll find out then, okay? Who's better,
Sure.
right? But let's move
Yeah,
on. Let's
let's
talk about
do
the
it.
other team last night
Let's.
because, oh, man, your Bucs really went downhill quick, and I really feel sad for them. Injuries, tough schedule. They've now lost 3 straight and 4 of their past 5
Yikes.
games. And the Bucs are in a little bit of trouble now because Baker left with a shoulder injury, and
Yeah.
now he's getting an MRI today. So we will find out more information on that. Is his non-throwing hand, but
Look at
God,
his face.
the Bucs without Baker, I don't know what's going to happen there. He's pissed off.
He know he
I ain't
down.
heard Skip
He
talking that
that's
Baker
the
shit
face
in a
when
while.
You know you
Skip.
down
What
for a
happened,
long
Skip?
time.
Is he
Without
okay?
the MRI or nothing, you like
The
this
touch
shit fucked
gene's
up.
still there, Skip,
I'm
or did he
down
lose it?
bad.
Oh,
Skip, I ain't heard that Baker shit.
Can you imagine where they would be if he hadn't pulled off 4 miracles to start the year? 4
miracles.
4 walk-off miracles to save them 4 straight games.
but now I
why
do
they
want to
are
know where
divided.
they're at right now. So Tampa, they're still atop the division right now, but they're tied with Carolina, which might change tonight. It's not going to with my Niners. But Skip, do you have the Bucs winning the division?
I need to obviously hear what's going to happen with Baker. That's the same shoulder he had to get fixed in Cleveland.
Oh, wow.
So it's not good. It didn't look good to me. And remember, he did it going kamikaze when they were down 21-0. He escapes up the middle. It was an unbelievable run that he slithered out of the pocket. And then he's running, and most quarterbacks would just hit the slide button.
Not Baker.
And Baker tries to run through 2 tacklers, and it looked like the left tackler got him hard in the shoulder, and here we went again. And then he tries to throw the Hail Mary at the end, and the shoulder's so bad, it's like, it almost looked like he had cracked ribs where you can't twist
Yeah.
in
Right.
It was
throw.
sore on him
Hey,
for
yeah.
sure.
You know, and it nearly killed him. He goes in the tent, MRI today. He's going to miss some time. And I'm sorry, the backup who's been around for a long time, and I know Teddy a little bit, Teddy Bridgewater, he looked really shaky last night. He looked overweight to me. He looked heavy. And they're going nowhere slowly with Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback to me. So
Wow.
even though they have an easy schedule left, if Baker's got to miss 3 or 4 games, he may need surgery again. He just may.
Wow.
It goes Arizona, New Orleans, Atlanta, at Carolina, at Miami, and Carolina again.
Those are gonna be
If
some-
Baker misses 3 or 4 games or all games, they are done. Done. There's no way. It's Baker or bust. because there's no Mike Evans. It sounds like Chris Godwin is not going to come back. I know he dressed last night, but man, I think he's got a cracked leg. Something's really wrong. They can't get Bucky Irving right. They've lost Jamel Dean, who was graded when he was gone 2 games ago at Buffalo. He was graded as the best corner in the league, and he's gone, and it doesn't sound good for him.
Skip,
I don't know what's to love about this. I don't know. No Baker, no shot.
Yeah, please don't ever say Jamel Dean in the best corner in the league.
Okay, but that's what Pro Football Focus had. He was graded number one.
He was rotating with a guy. He was rotating with a guy though, Skip. Like you can't be the best in the league if you rotating with a young boy. Like you on your way to be fired once you're rotating with a guy.
I don't think he was rotating. I mean, I think he was their number one corner.
At one point,
he was
been giving up for many a years.
Okay.
And he got a couple lucky picks this year, which, pushed him up in that ranking. But as a player, nah, man. He's not it.
Damn. All right.
I mean, this like
I'm going to say that no. Even without Baker, let's say Baker's fully healthy. They're trending in the wrong direction right now. Ton of injuries. Now you got Baker. He's going to miss a couple weeks because that injury was bad. After that Hail Mary, you land on that shoulder like that, man, it's going to be sore for a while. He might need it fixed. But I see Tampa Bay kind of trending down and then Carolina coming out of nowhere, and they're trending up in the right direction. They're playing really well. They got 2 matchups to come.
But they're going to get smacked tonight.
I definitely think San Francisco is going to get him tonight. I don't think they're going to smack him. I think they're going to get him. Sure. But, I mean, Bryce Young's coming off a 448-yard game, 3 touchdowns versus ATL. Like, this offense has woken up. Rico Dowdle has been a revelation. I mean, he is pounding the rock. And the defense is good enough. They're okay at stopping the run. But, when you have that offense humming like that, I just see Tampa going on a downward trajectory. And then Carolina, I think they're hitting their stride at the right time. 2 games in the division right there. I think Carolina wins the division.
Nah, I'm with Skip, man. I love Baker, the way his play, his mentality, but that's why he's in the position he is now. He's had to be Superman to win those first few games. And then the game where really I thought was the downfall was that Patriots game. When he was being Superman and he just couldn't finish, the receivers couldn't finish the catches. And he was just like, God, hey, I ain't got no help out here. That was kind of the feeling I was getting from watching that game. And then last night, man, that shoulder, and if it's your off shoulder and it hurts that bad to throw, you're going to be down for some time, man. And even if he comes back, he can't be the fearless Mayfield that we see and that we're used to. So, it's pretty much over with. And like you said, Carolina is rising. They're running the ball well, playing defense well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that NFC as a whole shapes up, man. It's a lot of competition.
I disagree with everybody. I think Baker going to shoot that fucking shoulder up and play because it said there's no structural damage, there's no bones broken. He got an AC joint, a bad AC joint sprain.
I sprained my AC joint.
On his non-throwing arm.
Bad.
It's death. Yeah, I mean, AC joint.
But it's on your non-throwing arm,
But still, I mean, for that Baker magic, he's got to be running around.
Well, do the Baker magic. Fuck all the running around. Shoot that motherfucker up. We need you to play.
And throw to whom?
Exactly.
Hey, that AC joint feels like a cracked collarbone.
AC joint.
I did my right one contract year. I was like, bro, I broke my shoulder.
AC joint.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst injuries I've ever had.
Mine's never healed. It still hurts.
Really?
5 years later.
Can you not put a shot in that motherfucker and numb it?
Yeah, you can for the game. For the game.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he took one last night in the tent. That's what
I know he went back and took that shot.
Nah, he probably ain't take it last night.
Man, they say X-ray. Oh, we good? Shoot him. For sure.
Nah. That wasn't that type of game last night.
It don't matter. That's how they do it.
It was already out of hand. It's ugly. We're getting our eyes blew out. They probably ain't shoot him last night. You was like, all right, let's just put Teddy in. We know it ain't broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll get him an MRI, check the ligaments. All that shit straight. Baker gonna shoot that fucking arm and play. Simple as that. Right. It's Baker Mayfield.
But he might not be able to practice. But
he Baker Mayfield. So I look at it like this.
You see that on the X-ray.
It's going to be out of them and the Panthers. They play each other twice. Shit, they could split with the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Split with the Panthers.
But it means nothing for the division now.
Right. You split with the Panthers, it means nothing. Then you see, all right, the Bucs got the Cardinals, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Dolphins. The Panthers got the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Saints.
Yeah.
Like, the Bucs are going to come out of that whirlwind better than the fucking Panthers. You see, the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, then the Saints. Like, bro, what are we talking about here? So just from strength of schedule alone, the Bucs gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? We talking about the Panthers like they like they the Bears right now or something. Like they not. They fucking.
They're up,
I mean,
they're the
shit, you
upstarts.
running the
They're
ball.
playing
They
well.
both doing the same style. They running the ball and playing takeaway defense. You do that,
Yes.
got a shot.
Yeah, you got to. Would you rather play the Cardinals, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Dolphins, or would you rather play the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Saints?
Oh, of course.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you gonna come out
schedule,
that.
way easier
The Panthers
schedule.
are gonna come out that shit with a lot of
They could
losses.
come out
They're
2-2.
gonna come out. They're gonna come out with at least. What, they got 5 losses now? They're going to come out with at least 7 losses. 7 losses ain't going to win you the South. I don't think it is.
Oof, we'll see.
The South is terrible, though.
I don't think 7 going to
It's
get you
up
the
for
South.
grabs.
If Tampa had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
Yeah.
That too.
Abuka
That
healthy,
don't.
Yes, sir.
Bucky Irving healthy and rolling,
Yes, sir.
I think this is a different conversation, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Tampa's got a way easier schedule, but I just think
By the way, Carolina has very quietly won 3 straight on the road.
And they beat them Green Bay
They
Packers.
won at Green Bay.
that was
Now
that
they
was
got to
like
play
great.
your team at your place, and they're 7.5-point dogs. We'll talk about Monday Night Football, but don't let them rise up and shock your guys.
I think the Bucs going to get it done, man. I
hope
ain't lost
so.
all faith in Baker like Skip had.
Well, I
saying I
lose
still
all
ride
faith.
with the Bucs.
He's hurt, man.
yeah, he's hurt.
hurt.
He's
Still
hurt.
right.
He's
with
saying if Baker's not in, I know Skip would ride with Baker.
Hey, Lee.
Baker in, you
But
ride with him
but
still.
even with ride with Baker, I mean, there's not much help. There's not
Richie
much.
said they
I
done
know,
regardless.
but
Baker.
Josh
no
Allen
Baker.
doesn't really have the help either, but if you're that guy,
Hey,
I know.
Lee,
Make it
look at that
happen.
face.
He ain't had the help when he was winning them early games. Shit, he had the same guy.
Well, he had
Johnson.
healthy, but
and
Buka.
Ibuka's really good.
Buka was good, but he's been a little slowed up with the hamstring.
Yeah.
And I think really out of all this, Bucky, that's the factor.
Bucky is a huge
Bucky
factor
is the
for
escape.
that. Yes.
The escape go,
When
oh,
is
it's some
Bucky
trouble.
coming back?
Big.
I
Yes.
think this
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh,
And-
maybe.
Bucky will be back.
Let's see.
There's something
Mike
weird
Evans
going on
even
with
might
Bucky.
be back in 3 more weeks or so. You know what I'm saying? He might even come back. So, man, the Panthers got a fucking gauntlet to get through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, looking
So,
like Bucky might return for week 13.
the
They-
Panthers
they've-
got a
they've-
gauntlet to get through,
They've
bro.
been saying Bucky's coming back every week.
I know.
They've been saying it for a month now.
Bucky
Well,
got
we
that
can only
foot.
hope. Well, let's look at a team. Okay, apparently the Bucs are on the decline, except for Aqib. He's still rooting for the Bucs. Love it.
I'm riding with the Bucs.
But let's
Show me
look at a
some love,
team that's
Tampa.
kind of on the incline because we sat on this couch every single week and said we want Shedeur Sanders to play, and we got him his start. So we all know this man has had confidence, right? Let's see his confidence because it continues.
Shedeur, you told us that this week felt like you were getting back to normal, being a starting quarterback, like you have your whole career. But this is going to be your first NFL start. What does that opportunity feel like in this moment?
Feels good, but we cool, calm, collective like. This ain't nothing to us.
And what do you hope to show against this Raiders defense, your teammates, yourself, and these Browns fans with their play today?
I'm who they've been looking for. Appreciate it.
Say that. Say that.
Stop playing with him, dirt.
Oh, that's what they've been looking for. So
love that.
Shedeur would be the first Browns quarterback to win their debut start since 1995, okay? That's before I was born. And they are snapping a 17-game debut losing streak. So Sanders finished with 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Yep.
And look at Myles Garrett. This man,
Crump.
who's about to break the all-time season sack record, is reacting to Shedeur Sanders
Look
like
at it.
that.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man.
That is what we
telling
need
you.
in the Browns locker room.
Miles Garrett hasn't felt that way in a long
Man,
time.
right?
About
Telling
big
you, bro.
play.
And there's Dion.
Right.
Woo!
Bragging.
Yeah,
That's
So
a
they-
road game.
Hey.
They sealed the deal. I mean, it was the Raiders, but 24-10 on this one. Skip, I'm
Beat
gonna
the
need.
shit out of 'em.
I need a Shedeur letter grade
Okay.
on his NFL start.
All right. He is who they've been looking for.
Ooh.
Yep.
For 50 years, who they've been looking for. They got it. He fell right into their lap in the 5th round. Maybe I'm not objective. Maybe you can disqualify me, but I was so happy for that young man last night and for his father up in that box. And yet, QBR hated him just the way the rest of the NFL has hated him.
Terrible.
Gave him a 9, 8.7.
Like, come
rounded
on,
up
huh?
to a 9.
How?
A 9? Are you kidding me? So let's think about under the circumstances, because QBR said he was pretty awful. I thought he was pretty great under the circumstance. They won 24-10
Yep.
in his first NFL start on the road as a 4-point underdog as an 2-8 team. So they're 2-8, and I know the Raiders are even worse, but still, it is the Browns. And what did I see right away? I saw Shedeur Sanders set a new tone for the Browns. I saw him pull off passes that went 66 and 52 and 39 and set the tone. And the 52-yarder that we just saw was the play of the day in the National Football League. He's escaping right, rolling hard right. He's got a defender all over him. And he pulled off a throw that Dylan Gabriel couldn't pull off in his dreams. In his dreams, he couldn't dream of making that throw. And it was the kind of throw that brought Myles Garrett up off the bench, and all of them, Jerry Jeudy and all of them are saying, oh my God, now we got a real one at quarterback. And the two of the big three throws came on 3rd and long. One was 3rd and 8, one was 3rd and 9. So again, 11 of 20 for 209 yards. You say, it's not that big a deal. It was a huge deal because they were tone setters. They were plays made that Joe Flacco could have never made. That they've had 42 quarterbacks now going back to since they came back to Cleveland as an NFL team. So they've had 42 quarterbacks, and this was the first one since 1995 that actually won his first start. So I love the body language of the football team, and it comes from the it factor, the winnability factor that Shedeur was. He was born and raised to be this team's, any team's franchise quarterback. And he did seize his opportunity. He will only get better. So I'm going to give him an A- for his first start. A- for his first NFL start.
Love that grade, Skip.
That's good grade.
Love that grade.
I wish you was my teacher. I got straight A's.
I think he was very poised. He ain't look rattled. He ain't look none of that shit. He corrected his mistakes from last week. Last week he was backpedaling, doing all that, trying to do too much.
He did.
This week he sat in the pocket, he got rid of the ball, he threw his checkdowns quick. You know what I'm saying? I think he pushed the ball downfield. Matter of fact, one time he pushed the ball downfield, the throw Skip talking about, that probably was the best throw of the damn year out of every quarterback in the National Football League this year. You can make that. That'll be top 3 if we voted. That'll have to be in the votes. Because that was a fucking on the run, 3rd down, dot. I wish Bond would have scored on that motherfucker. Like, he just catch that shit in the
end zone, man.
Get in the zone. You know what I'm saying?
He was shocked.
He was happy to
get him the ball.
Exactly.
Like, oh shit! I haven't had this all year.
Exactly. And then he rolled out, pulled up, threw it to Jeudy again downfield. Another one. That should have been another scoring drive before Jeudy tried to do too much. And he fumbled. You know what I'm saying? That would have been another scoring drive off a big. Put it like this: if you complete a big pass, Bub, no, if we give up a big pass, they probably gonna score. You know what I'm saying? If you complete a big pass on that drive, you probably gonna score. He completed 2 of them. They did score. That should have been the 3rd score right there. At least would have got a field goal off that motherfucker. They'd have been at the 30. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought he was real accurate on all the little quick passes, the screens, the checkdowns. That shit mattered. If you throw that ball, if you throw that little touchdown he threw, if you throw it behind him, then Max Crosby was this close to getting him.
Right here.
If you right here in stride so he can just go.
Dylan Sample.
The accuracy on your screen passes is crucial. You know what I'm saying? I get on my nephew ass about that all the time, bro. The screen only work if you put it in the right spot. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was super accurate on the screen passes. One of them turned to his first career touchdown. So, man, all in all, man, he leaned on his defense. He ain't try to do too much. Like it's one of them Jalen Hurts, Bo Nix type situations. And when you got a defense like that, let them cook. If we 3 and out, if we got to throw the check downs and punt, do that. You know what I'm saying? Try to convert 3rd downs. Do what you got to do to lean on that defense. He made one mistake. That was a hell of a play by that linebacker. He went curl flat, came back on him. That's some OG shit. You would get Tom Brady or somebody with that. Now, maybe not Tom. but you would get a lot of quarterbacks with that move right there. You know what I'm saying? So he got him. He treated him like a rookie. He got him. The shit wasn't perfect, but the shit was very, very confident, man. I feel like it oozed throughout the whole team. Even fucking Denzel Ward, who been playing okay this year, he came out and fucking balled and was celebrating it. I just could see the juice throughout the whole team. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a nice B plus.
B plus.
I give him a nice B plus with the dub. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I love what I saw from him yesterday. You know, they have a conservative game plan. Their game plan is dink and dunk and take your stuff underneath and then try and hit you with a couple shots and play action. But those third down throws were huge. I mean, Cleveland hasn't had big plays like that all season. So for him to get a couple of those big plays, get the juices flowing, it gets the defense going. Gets the defense back into it. When the defense is out there running around, making plays, getting turnovers, and the offense can't score, it's like, oh, shit, man, what else can we do? Like, what more do you want us to do? So I think he looked good, man. He was poised. He was in command. He had great ball placement on a lot of that underneath stuff. Uncorked some big throws. And like you said, he wasn't moving back in the pocket. That was the one thing in Colorado he did. He moved back in the pocket, that edge rush gets around the side of you, and it'll take you out. So poised, in command. And I mean, the game was controlled from the very start for the Cleveland Browns. They were running the ball, Shedeur's making plays, and then the defense, 10 sacks against the Raiders. Talk about a mess. Cost Chip Kelly his job.
It did.
It did.
I played.
Well, you need a grade. We need a grade.
I'm going B. I'm going B. I didn't like the turnover. I would have been A minus, B plus. I just didn't like the turnover, even though that linebacker made a really great play. There were two other guys there that could have made a play on it. It's one of those things where, you know, you want him to be aggressive, but that's the one rookie mistake, and hopefully he learns from it. You know, he made a big jump from playing reserve duty now to starting, and he'll get another week, another shot.
I thought it was the right read, though. It was cover 3. The linebacker pushed through. If he pushed through and go to this flat, then I'm going to throw this curl. He pushed through, then he fell back. So,
but there were still two other. There was a safety and a linebacker.
But that might have been a catch and tackle. It would have been a catch and tackle from them. It would have been a tight window catch and tackle.
Good play.
But it was a hell of a play by that linebacker, man.
For sure.
You can't even find that play too many times on film. Like
no, you can't run it because then they'll figure it out. You can't hit them. You only trick them once with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, playing in Cleveland, man, I done played for 10 quarterbacks in 4 years. I have never seen the excitement from the sideline from other players like that. So without even touching the football, that gets an A because that shows what he's been as a person, as a player, while riding the bench and supporting the guy in front of him, right? Now he steps in, gets his opportunity, and now he's just oozing that confidence and that I'm the man, like he said. Y'all been waiting for me, and they obviously have, because that sideline was standing up when he was on the field. And Myles Garrett being one of the best defensive players to ever play this game, and he's looking at Shedeur as almost in awe. That says a lot, right? Like, Browns fans always get on me, you always talking bad about us. I'm not talking bad about I love the Browns. I love the Browns. They gave me my first op, but I just expect more, and I'm waiting to see more. And now I'm happy because my excitement is through the roof as well. Shedeur, he came out there. You know, I love the game plan. We talked about ideal. I said I didn't think they would call it ideal game plan, but they did. They played a game plan in favor for a young quarterback that's accurate and knows where to get the ball when needed. The 50-yard play on third down, they haven't had a 50-yard throw, and it was a drought of like 100 games or something like that. So that alone, you know, he did his thing. He came in, he threw the pick. You know, he's a young quarterback. That's going to happen. It was a great play by the linebacker. But what I love is he gave his playmakers opportunities to make plays, and that's what put them over the top and got them to win. So overall, I got him at a B plus as well. I got him a B plus. The pick is the only thing that didn't garner him the A. But, you know, shoot, he did everything he needed to do. And this is a game of 220 to 260-yard passing yards to win football game.
That's
you
it.
see it weekly. That's all you need.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
Especially with that defense.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Sure. You throw for 200, 225, 230 in there, no picks, and run the ball and play controlling defense. I mean, that's the recipe right now.
That's the recipe.
He got sacked one time. Like
one sack.
One sack and no rushing yards.
Exactly.
He getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of running the ball, what offended me was after the deep throw to Isaiah Bond that you said he should have scored with, which he's an undrafted rookie, okay?
Yep.
Then Stefanski, I assume it was his call, not Tommy Reed.
It definitely was his call.
He yanks Shedeur and lets
Judkins
run the Wildcat and direct snap, and I'm like, stop it. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And you know if that was Gabriel, that would have been a sprint out, roll out.
Have we seen that Wildcat all year with
all year? No.
Like, bro, we ain't seen that shit all year. Now, every time they in the red zone, it's come here, Shedeur. Come, like, bro, that's...
And it's like shameful. It's like you shame him. He's got to, like, run off, like,
I never
like
seen
he
a
can't
coach
do this.
so unhappy to win.
Yeah.
Like, you won the game.
I know.
Yeah.
Your third win of the season, like
you should have been ecstatic. You acting like you ain't Bill Belichick. You don't win.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? You should show some emotion. Give your team something to, rally around. Like, give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Your quarterback came in, the defense played excellent. Don't get me wrong. Give them all the love. But backdoor with, hey, look, we got a young quarterback. He'd been taking second string reps all year, came in, won us the game.
Yeah.
Shedeur, stand up.
Yeah.
What'd he say? We got another rookie quarterback with his first start. Good shit, Shedeur. Hey, bro, that's it.
Well, speaking of Stefanski, because he's honestly Shedeur's biggest hater, because Myles Garrett really went on and he said not many guys in the NFL can make throws like him. And after, Stefanski still went on and was indecisive. Let's see. He said,
Like, that's crazy.
yeah,
man.
he just said, I'm not going to get into that.
Chris, I'm obviously, proud of him and proud of this offense, and there are a ton of things to learn from, but I'm just going to, worry about today.
Man, that's
I'm worried about
But when
today.
Dylan Gabriel got his ass whooped, and they asked, was this Dylan Gabriel the starter? You ain't say, man, we just got our ass beat, man. Let's just worry about this loss. We got some things to clean up. I'll worry about that on Wednesday. It was a quick, he's still our starter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every week you wanted to worry about it then, but now when Shedeur get a good win, you don't want to worry about that shit. That's bullshit.
They got to
bro.
get rid of him because
That's bullshit, bro.
The rest of the team is not going to want to follow that man.
That is
Yeah.
true.
They're not going to want to follow. They got to get him out of here this year. Point
That's
blank,
bullshit.
period.
Yeah.
You remember the locker room when J.J. McCarthy had a terrible first 3 quarters, he came back and won?
Yeah,
Chicago.
exactly.
Yeah.
Chicago game, what that head coach did for him, like, bro,
Yeah.
he came in there, you would have think he won a Super Bowl.
It looked like it. Yeah.
Like, bro, like,
Rally
this your
around your
quarterback you
guys,
talking
yeah.
about, bro. You can't do him like
Well, he
that,
doesn't
man.
want
That
to
shit
he
just
doesn't want to
wrong,
feel
bro.
dumb now.
That
You
shit
can't
just
mess with
wrong, bro. Show him some fucking love,
Show
bro.
him some love. I mean, and he's such a heavily scrutinized guy, Shedeur,
Yeah.
right? He is a very polarizing individual. So every word that Stefanski says is going to be picked apart, and we're picking apart his mojo after the game and not giving him any love. Like, make it easy on yourself. Shedeur is your guy going forward. Dylan's going to back up. We fucking won a game. We've won 3 games all year. We've been looking terrible.
Yep.
So give the kid some love. Hey, Shedeur, you're a guy going forward. The rest of the team can rally around that. And you said it. Those guys in that locker room, they'll sniff that out. They already have. They'll sniff out that hate. Myles Garrett saying, like, this kid went out, made those throws. We dominated on defense. We got some juice, and you're not going to commit to him?
Right.
Man, come on.
But we did wake up this morning, and he did commit to him because he's named the starter for this weekend, which is huge. So, Skip, I do want to know, do you think Shedeur is going to be the franchise quarterback for the Browns?
By the way, I don't think Stefanski committed. I
Right.
think Jimmy Haslam, the
Oh,
head
yeah,
coach,
you know, Big Jim
Paul
when the Big
Stefanski
Jim
said, I'm sorry, no.
And say it right now.
Here.
And put that
now.
shit out there right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Because
Or you gonna be
Jimmy
out.
Haslam knows they are back in business.
Right.
They have found their guy. Look, when Shedeur said what he said on the field right before the game, I'm who they've been looking for. I'm the one. It didn't come across to me like phony baloney or like fake tough guy stuff or like false bravado. It sounded real because he believes it. And then after the game, as Shedeur said, a lot of people want to see me fail. And then he paused for a second and he said, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't. I said before the year, they had 5 quarterbacks. They even had Bailey freaking Zappi on the practice squad. And I said, Shedeur should start game 1 for this team, and it would energize everybody because it's a pretty good football team. The defense we know is very good. Myles Garrett is simply the best.
Yes.
And with Judkins, I knew, because you saw him at Ohio State, you saw what he could do.
Yeah,
they're going to have some juice in the run game they haven't had. The offensive line is average probably, but
Average.
not terrible.
Aging and average.
Okay,
Yeah,
aging and average. A couple of them, you think they
They
can
could run
good,
block.
man. I think they just
they
need
can
a
run
better
block, man.
Yeah, they
They
can
can
run
get
back,
after
and they do good in space, though.
Okay, so you got all that cooking. Well, if you'd thrown Shedeur in from game 1, and I believe Jimmy Haslam, who does love Deion and loves Shedeur, I believe his inclination was to go that way. But Stefanski balked because Stefanski's old school NFL good old boy network.
Hello.
And that's what they don't like Shedeur. They don't like his style. They don't like his flavor. They don't like his attitude. They don't like his bravado. They think it's not. They think it's false, but it's real. It's just who he is. He is a chip off his daddy's block.
Yep.
He was born and raised to be this guy. They have stumbled into the greatest thing that's ever happened to the Cleveland Browns, and you know the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Right?
Too well.
And so, yeah, they've got their guy, and I know the schedule is tough, and I don't even care. I don't care if they're playing the 85 Bears every game. He will get better and better and better because he ain't afraid of nobody.
Right.
You know, and they have enough weapons that they can do some things. And as long as he starts getting the reps with the ones, with Judy and Njoku and Fannin, then you'll just see it get a little sharper, a little sharper. Yeah. Here we go. They got their guy.
Yeah. Man. They got their guy. There's a ton of room to grow.
Yeah.
They got the playmakers. They got the defense. And most importantly, they got a little juice. They got a little life, man. It's hard to inject that into an NFL locker room.
Sure.
When you win 2 games all year and you inject that, it gives everybody hope. It makes coming into work that much more fun. And you're ready to go hunt for your guy.
Win out. Right now, you go in that locker room, they're going to tell you they can win out.
Yep.
Yes, no doubt. Well, they have the belief.
And they play hella playoff teams, and they probably not supposed to beat the Niners.
No.
They're not supposed to beat the Bears, the Bills, the Steelers. Probably not supposed to beat the Bengals on the road.
Defense.
They probably supposed to beat the Titans. He gonna win that game. Yeah. And out of these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games they not supposed to win, they gonna win 2 of them motherfuckers.
They will. They will.
Watch, they gonna win 2 of them games they not supposed to win. They gonna be in this thing 3-3.
Agreed.
Yeah. And that's a great fucking finish for Shedeur.
Great finish. Going to the offseason, we got our guy.
Yep.
We got a bunch of playmakers around him. Myles Garrett's happy. You know, 2 weeks ago, he's out of there. He's on the first thing smoking out of town. Now you got your guy, you got your franchise guy bought in. That energy trickles down to the rest of the locker room. They pick up a couple wins. He plays good ball. 200 to 250 yards passing, couple touchdowns. No INTs, or at least
just
minimal.
If he is the guy, are they firing Stefanski?
I think Stefanski's got to go. I think he's got to go. This team's literally gotten worse. And every year they've gotten worse and worse and worse. Now you have your guy. Get a fresh start. Get an offensive mind in there. Get him in there. Get an offensive mind in there.
What they do in politics.
Someone
coordinator. His approval rating is the floor right now.
Yeah.
You ask that CD or any around the NFL, his approval rating is below 0. He got to go. But get him a piece, like he said, give me a whole offseason.
You need a Ben Johnson, Caleb,
Jim Schwartz and them guys is good. You keep them, you know what I'm saying? Keep that defense. You got a lot of young guys on there. You got Miles. You got them guys sold up.
Yeah.
Keep that defense, man. Get an offensive-minded head coach who could tote that rock, man. Hey, I like Shedeur going forward, man. I think I put all I go all in with him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get him another big time player.
No doubt.
Yeah, try to get him another big
more
time
weapons.
guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with him. I seen enough so far. Because your starting quarterback, he just gotta present a certain type of confidence for the rest of the team. Like we gotta look in that huddle and feel like we got a fucking chance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's step one.
Yeah.
Like it's only. It's a lot of them in the NFL right now, but if you don't have one of those guys, then you ain't even past step 1.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Step 1 is to say, do the rest of the team think we can win with this guy?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the biggest part of Shedeur Day was that Myles Garrett clip right there. That's probably out of all the clips he got, he probably just keep watching that one. Look at Myles, look at Myles. That's what made him feel the best. Myles doing that. Oh shit! Look, we got one.
Let's go.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That probably floated his boat for the whole week. So the guys want him to be the starter. I think all the guys on his team, they like what he brings to the table. They think they can win with him.
And the fans.
Cosign.
And the fans.
So,
Rule number 1. Belief.
Believe.
You have to believe you're going to win. You have to believe in your teammates. You have to believe in the quarterback. And that's what they got. They got some juice, and they got a reason to believe.
Definitely do.
90% of the chat thinks that Shedeur is the franchise quarterback for the Browns.
Yes.
So the arena, the fans, everybody wants him. So
everybody.
Stefanski, got to get out of here.
But
we did. Get out.
Get him up out of there. Hey, man.
Let's talk about your Cowboys, though, Skip. Come on, because this is a good one. So the Eagles blew their first 21-point lead since 1999.
Wow.
I was born then. Philly scored on the first 3 drives of the game. Then they proceeded to go 48 straight minutes without a point. 24-21 loss sealed by Brandon Aubrey. You love him. I'm surprised you're not wearing his jersey today. With that walk-off field goal.
He had to wear that Dak today.
He did
that Dak.
He had to wear that Dak today, baby.
It's different today.
And there was no lack of excitement in the Dallas locker room. Let's check it out because the boys are fired up.
Listen up. Hey, we got a lot of cool to celebrate, but I got a question first. Can you win the game in the first quarter? No. Can you win the game in the second quarter? No. Did we spot them 21 points? We did. But what about, hey, can you win the game in the third quarter? No. What about that?
That's how Stefanski should have been.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's belief right there.
I love
Exactly.
that.
That's just how he should have been.
Okay, so the only person that might have been more excited was actually Michael Irvin. Did you see that? Let's see him because that was
Playmaker.
I know, Mike. Mike crazy.
Michael.
Oh, man.
Is that what you actually look like at home behind the
Mike
scenes?
crazy.
I'm telling you, I'm hoarse today. I am seriously raw-voiced hoarse because I have screamed so much. And Michael Irvin is my guy. We work together.
And have you seen something like that from the Cowboys before, what they just did?
You know, seriously, I still can't quite believe what I just saw. So understand my perspective, the circumstance of this. These were the freaking Eagles. These were the defending Super Bowl champs who had Mahomes down 40-6 in last year's Super Bowl. These were the Eagles who just shut down the Packers and shut down the Lions. They were the 1 seed in the NFC when they walked into our building yesterday. And we spent 4 quarters doing our damnedest to give it back and give it back and give it back. 4 quarters we did that after they had dominated us in the first quarter the way we have rarely been dominated in our history. It was 21-0 just barely into the second quarter. And because of that, when I stepped back from it, it was the most impossible, improbable, unlikely comeback in the history of this football team. And I know this history because I wrote this book about the Cowboys' history. So given that, it was the greatest comeback, but for me, it was the sweetest comeback because it saved a season that I have believed in from the start, as you know.
Yes.
And it relaunched a season that I still believe in, and we're going to talk about their playoff shot because I still give them a shot. But it was so excruciating for me to watch the first quarter of it, and then so exhilarating to the point I'm screaming at my little dog Hazel. She watches every game with me, and she's like, out of her mind because I'm screaming at Hazel. Can you believe this? And she's looking at me like, what are you doing, man? You know, like, what's wrong with you? And it went from pure agony to shocking ecstasy, in part because of CeeDee Lamb. He went, Mary had a little lamb on me again when I least expected it. He's choking his guts out. I thought he was the best receiver in football, and he's got the dropsy demons deep in his psyche now where he just can't catch anymore, especially against this team. Because I don't care what you say, he dropped the game at Philadelphia in the Thursday night opener with 4 drops, 2 in the last 3 minutes. Yeah. And then he's doing it again to me yesterday. But George Pickens, who has changed my life and life in Cowboy Nation, kept saying, no, not in my new house. And the Dallas Cowboys now have a new number 1 receiver, and his name is George Pickens.
Yeah.
Sure.
George Pickens took over the football game yesterday and canceled out all of our dumb blunders one after another. We don't have enough show for me to go through all of them, but there's a roughing the punter call where Flournoy touches the ball, and it was clear on another Fox replay that he touched the ball. And Coach Schottenheimer, who's going crazy in the locker room, has not challenged a single play all year and should have challenged that one and saved us, and he did not challenge. And then Coach Schottenheimer, we're shot in the foot again, he lines up little Turpin. He weighs 150 pounds as a tailback and says, let's hand it to him up the gut. And Turpentine falls and hits the back of a knee of an offensive lineman and loses the football. I'm saying, what are you doing? Because CD ran out of the backfield the day he got hurt in Chicago. And I'm saying, this is crazy. Then Jadeveon Clowney lines up offside on a huge 3rd and 8 that we stop him on, and it's, nope, sorry, he's offside. And then Tyler Guyton, who I don't like at all, the left tackle, who got replaced late in the game, and I think our backup is better than Tyler Guyton, he false starts on 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line, which is followed by Dak throwing an end zone interception to Blankenship that was just stupid. It's just like, what are you doing, man? I love Forbes. I didn't love him on that play because it looked like Jalen Hurts was the man at that point. And then Blankenship got hurt, and I think it really opened the floodgates in the back end of that defense. But then CD drops what I thought was going to be the game-winning touchdown pass. It hits him right here, and he drops it. And then we go for it on 4th and goal. This is with 3 minutes left, and we miss. And we miss it. I'm saying, that's it. We lost.
I thought
we
it was
blew
over right there.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. You didn't take the 3. You tried to go for 7, and you missed, and you lost. But here's the point. From 21-0 on the rest of the game, would you believe from that moment on, for the last 3 quarters, my offense rolled up 425 yards on that defense. That's from 21-0 on. 425. And we hold them to a grand total of 112 yards, including a grand total of 33 on the ground over the last 3 quarters. They get the ball 8 more times after 21-0, and they score 0 points because my defense, as I said after the Raider game, and a lot of you guys laughed at me, and you should have because it was just the Raiders, but I said the defense just looks better, bigger and better with Quinnen in there. It just looks different. It looks real. It looks authentic to me, like they have a real live defense, and they showed that to you yesterday, where everything popped, everything started to look right to my eye, where you have a chance to at least be credible on defense. So here's the damnedest thing about yesterday is that I look at it in the big picture, and seriously, laugh if you want, it felt like we were the way better team in the end. It felt like we could have won the game by 21 points if we just cleaned up our act, right? If CD had just caught balls, we looked like much better than the Eagles yesterday. That's the crazy truth about that game. So in the end, we're back in the saddle. And in the end, my biggest takeaway is bring on the Chiefs, man. Bring them on. I'm ready. Yeah.
I agree with you. You guys are a better team. You're better than the Eagles right now.
Okay, thank you.
Not for the mistakes you had early. You guys.
We had them all game, though. We didn't just do it early. We did it the whole game. Go ahead.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even like you said, that 4th down, I thought it was over.
Yeah.
But my MVP, and it's been MVP all season, and if CD could just catch the ball, would be Dak.
Yeah.
Like, other than Stafford, Dak is playing out of his mind.
He is.
And I hate to root for the Cowboys. I can't stand the Cowboys, but I've been rooting for him this year just because of Dak and the way he's playing.
That's fair.
And just knowing they have a terrible defense early in the season, he's still doing his thing. It's like, yo, this dude deserves to get into the playoffs first off and, win that championship, hopefully, for his sake. But other than that, the pressure up the middle is what separated the game at halftime. Quinnen Williams putting pressure in Hurts' face and not allowing him to do what he was doing early, which was find A.J. Brown in the middle of the field. And that's separated, along with that huge special teams play that they didn't even turn into points, but it still swung the momentum. Like you would think it would turn into points, but it didn't. And through all that, you guys still won the game. Whatever it takes for the question of have we ever seen anything like that, I was going to say the Broncos being 19 down in the 4th, but until Skip just put all that into the Eagles and into the division and what it meant for the Cowboys going forward, I would say no. I haven't. Definitely not this season.
No.
But I was definitely going to mention the Broncos.
Got to bring it back to the Broncos.
I mean, how can you not?
Well, we're talking about the Cowboys.
The question
Why we're on the
Bring it back to the Broncos.
How can you not, bud? I mean, the question was clearly Have you ever seen something like this before? And bing, the first thing came to my head.
Broncos.
I said, what? I seen it in person. I seen this shit live and
It
direct.
always comes back
in
to
person.
Denver.
They was down in the fourth. It looked ugly.
It was
they dropped
the
33
Giants.
points.
It was not the Eagles.
Oh, well, I mean, it was just something like that. It was, just like,
something like
it was like 19 nothing,
In the
21
fourth,
nothing,
yeah, same
and
shit.
y'all did y'all's. What the Cowboys did theirs over 3 quarters. So the Broncos did it in 1 quarter, 33. So I'm like, I saw something like this before. But with that being said, it still was an amazing fucking win for the Cowboys, man. The offense, my dog Dak made every play he had to make except for the pick. You know what I'm saying? And the defense, shit, they made every play that they had to make.
Every play.
And shit, the missed field goal by the Eagles was huge. That could have pushed it to 10.
Well,
put a
but
little
Brandon
pressure.
Aubrey missed a chip shot 51-yarder, right?
He missed one as well. And
You think that's a chip
they
shot?
stopped him.
Chip
Saquon
shot.
fumbled.
You know,
the
for
Eagles
him,
stopped
it's a
him.
chip
For him,
shot.
that's
No, seriously.
Look,
It's
Saquon
like a half a
fumbled,
kick.
The Eagles stopped him. Then he dropped a punt. Boom, the Eagles stopped him. But you just not going to keep stopping that fucking offense, man. That shit is explosive.
Yeah.
With CD and Dak, if one of them having an off, with CD and George, if one of them having an off day, the other one going to go off, man. So, man, it's tough. We're going to get to that part. It's tough to say that they don't have a chance to make these playoffs right now.
Right. Man, that was a gritty win. That was awesome. Skip's been rubbing off on me, so I've been drinking the Dallas Kool-Aid. Finally
We all
pick
have.
them. Yeah, finally pick them, and then I'm sitting at the house yesterday, and I'm like, damn, they're down 21-0.
Same. I was sitting there
This
like,
is
oh.
over. What the hell? But I mean, you want to talk about grit. You want to talk about believing. It just felt like down the stretch, like Dallas was going to play their way back into this, and then one of those mistakes was going to come get them. But they kept fighting. Dak is playing lights out. Dak is playing like out of this world, right? George Pickens has been great.
Yep.
If we were going to say before the season that Dak's going to have a career year, but CD's going to have a down year, you would say you're crazy. There's no way.
Yeah.
Dak and CD, they're the ones that are the engine of this machine. But George Pickens, man, that guy is a beast.
Awesome.
Jerry needs to be smart.
Give Jerry some credit. Y'all better start giving Jerry.
Tell Jerry to back up the Brinks truck to George's house and give him whatever the hell he wants. I think, though, the biggest move of the offseason was obviously Micah going out of town. You're not going to replace that pass rush production. They have a couple guys that can do it, but you bring in Kenny Clark. You bring in Quinnen Williams. And now you look at that defense is better. You bring in Logan Wilson. You kind of...
He brought in some pieces.
You lose your greatest player, but then you bring in some great pieces. And I love watching Quinnen Williams play. I love watching push that pocket. Kenny Clark's underrated. Kenny Clark's been up there in Green Bay.
Yep.
He's a hell of a player. I've had some real great matchups with him. So, you know, Dallas is believing. They look good. Dak's playing well, and the defense is coming around. They're 5-5-1, and they got some juice. Playoffs, maybe.
Yeah, well,
Right?
hey.
All right, so the play of the game, I think we'd all agree. Dak just drops back and rears back and sees pick. He's doubled. He's doubled, and he just heaves it in the fourth
That
quarter.
was the play of the game.
Because he knows
Moneyball.
he's just going to go
Jump
get
ball.
it,
He's
gonna
man.
come down with
Those
He's going to
jump
go up
balls.
and pick it out of the sky, right?
Pit bull, man. That ball goes up
okay.
there.
So I'm with you on Brinks truck, except I'm going to put this in some perspective because last week the Dallas Morning News reported that that Pickens was suspended not because he missed curfew, he missed the bus to the game, and that he has repeatedly been late to meetings all year because that's what got him out of Pittsburgh. That's what Mike T finally said. He needs to grow up, and he's not going to grow up. More trouble than worth. He's out.
Yeah.
So they gave him away for a third-round pick, and I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. But now, do you give him the Brinks truck if he's just going to be late? Is it? Can you live with that? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
your,
hey, you
that's
just gotta
your
have some
argument.
stipulations. You got to have some stipulations in there.
I know,
like,
you
all right,
got to.
negotiate.
everybody
Got
else
to.
miss a meeting, it's $20K. You miss a meeting, it's $55K.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
Like,
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Get
You can put
after it.
all those
Yeah.
stipulations in that contract, and he'll still sign it. He'll grow up. He'll grow up real fast.
At least he has the camaraderie with the guys.
He does, and they seem to love him, and he seems to love playing with them in Dallas.
Yeah, you see on the sidelines, they're chilling, they're hanging out, they're bros.
That dog energy. You bring that dog energy.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
That fight, like you said, we ain't seen the Cowboys fight back like that.
Not like that.
Shit.
All right, so allow me my one daily shot at Micah Parsons. All right.
All right,
yeah, we
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
do
just
it.
one a day,
Yeah,
one a day.
Take it.
Yeah, let's hear
Okay,
it.
just remember.
Take it.
Last year with Micah playing every snap, we get run out of that building. Just run. It's 200 yards a game where we just can't stop anybody running the ball. So they're up 21-0 yesterday, and I'm thinking, are they going to give it to Saquon 20 more times? Well, no, they didn't, because Saquon, as I've always said, he's not a run establisher. He's not a beast. He's not Derrick Henry banging between the tackles. And yet, because of Quinnen and Kenny Clark, you can't just blow us out of the middle of our defensive formation where you can just run it down our throat anymore. So the rest of the way, again, after 21-0, they got 33 total rush yards. And Saquon was no factor, because every time they handed him the ball, he went nowhere slowly, because we're all over him. We got safeties. Those two safeties will play the run. Maybe they can't play the deep ball, but they will come up. Donovan Wilson will come up and knock your ass back. And so will Malik Hooker. So my point is, against the run, it's very different without Micah, where now we're credible, where you can't salt us away. You can't get us down 21-0 and run the clock on us, because they couldn't. They tried and they failed, because we're actually credible against the run because of those two anchors in the middle of that offense.
Skip, you only talk about last year with Parsons. Like the year before and the year before and the year before, the Cowboys wasn't in the playoffs, and the Cowboys ain't lead the league in sacks, and they won top 5 in turnover takeaways. Skip, stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop that, Skip. You gotta stop it.
We turned it upside down.
The Cowboys was pretty good. They was a pretty good fucking team with Parsons for 3 years. Then in 2024, everybody was hurt and they was trash. So I mean,
he wasn't hurt.
I mean,
and he was trash.
And then we see the Cowboys with 2 games with Quinnen, and now their defense is just so much better.
Well, it is.
But they're not going to go to the fucking playoffs this year without him.
We sure about that?
We don't know that.
All right, well, let's bet that next. Then
I'll take Dallas over Green Bay right now like a mug.
Well,
that's a fact. And especially that defense. Because Green Bay can't stop the run still. Because Minnesota was toting that.
You crazy as shit. Green Bay is ranked better than the Cowboys in every defensive category.
Before Quinnen got there.
Right now,
Green Bay got better than them in every defensive category. Half of that Micah's fault, because he was in Dallas first.
Half of that, Mike ain't got shit. Half of that is Parsons' fault.
But if
Green
Bay, if you're the leader of that defense, like Myles Garrett, the leader in Cleveland, you gonna take the brunt of that blame. You got to. You the dog in the middle.
Well, we already had this conversation. My dog Max, hey, I don't mean to shoot no more slugs.
Oh, God.
You see what the Raiders do, right? Their defense is shitty. Max Crosby on that defense, he's a fucking goon, right? Do he take the brunt of that? We don't say shit about it. So we got to stop that, bro. We got to stop that.
Okay, wait a second. Cleveland had 64 yards rushing yesterday. 64.
Right.
Max was in the backfield.
Max is a beast, bro. That guy is everywhere.
He's a beast.
His intent is to stop the run.
I mean, we need 11 Max Crosby's out there on defense.
That was just Cleveland. We can go down the line and see who all rushed for 130 on the Raiders. Like, we can go down the line. Shall we do it?
I got a question.
Wait.
Shall we do that?
Second game of the year last year, New Orleans. The Saints, the Aints come to Dallas. Micah plays every snap, and DeMarcus Lawrence plays every snap. So we got both of them. We got our bookend ends. They have 190 yards rushing, and it's 35-16 at halftime, New Orleans. They had Carr. Derek Carr was.
That was a great
day. But to your point, though, it may be the position that he's in. True, he's not in the middle, but that just makes the point even better. Dallas needed guys in that middle to stop the run. And because Micah's on the edge, he can't take all the blame for not stopping it either, because he's not out of position.
I'm just going to sit back. I ain't going to say nothing. Nobody better not run for 130 on the Cowboys this year.
All right.
They better not. You better not be here, and you better Skip gonna be here. You better not be here. You better not be here, bro.
I'm waiting on it.
Shit. I'm not crowning nobody off 2 games. I just can't do it.
Let me ask you this.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do you think that Dallas's defense with Quinnen Williams is better than Dallas's defense with Micah Parsons?
Good question.
Do you think they got better?
Well, I look at Michael Parsons' whole body of work. He came in the league. They was in the NFC chip in the playoffs every year. So that defense was fucking doing something.
Well, who was inside at that time?
They were in the NFC chip. What are you talking about?
Well, division or whatever. I mean,
but
it was close. They was close.
But they weren't in the championship game. They haven't been in for 30 years.
Well, they was in the playoffs. They was in the division. They was in the playoff every year. Put it like that. Was they not in the playoffs every year?
Yeah, they were in the playoffs, but they're just a wild
21,
card.
22, 23, was they not in the playoffs?
Yeah.
All right, so let me see Quinnen Williams' defense get in the playoffs. And to answer your question, Parsons' defense was better because he got 3 playoff appearances. Quinnen Williams' defense, they don't have none yet.
But Quinnen just got
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well,
there.
that's my whole point. He just got there. Let's actually do something. Let's actually get some stats. Let's actually get in the playoffs before we crown him.
Oh.
Can we do that?
Well, if you'll do that with Bo Nix, I'll do that with Micah Parsons, right? right?
Bo Nix has been to the playoffs his rookie year.
Yeah, and they got bum rushed.
But it
right
don't
out.
matter. He was there.
Okay.
He was there. It's hard enough to get there.
Okay.
Only 7 teams on that side get there.
Okay,
Bo got there.
Micah, I watched 4 playoff games as a Dallas Cowboy with Micah Parsons, and he had 1 sack in 4 games.
Well, if they
and he
got
lost 3
there,
of them.
that defense wasn't fucking trash.
No.
Now, they had
It
some
wasn't.
linebackers, too.
All right, well, that's what I'm saying. They had some people
had
there
some
too,
linebackers.
but that defense, you can't say that Parsons' defense was fucking trash if they was in the playoffs, right?
No,
No,
I'm
right?
not saying
I'm not
just
saying-
saying
I'm not
Parsons
saying they're
is trash.
trash.
What I'm saying is the accusations that they have with Kent and Williams is a better fit than Micah Parsons being there.
Right.
I'm not saying Micah Parsons is not better than Quentin Williams
Versus the
individually.
Raiders and versus a team who averaged 2 yards a carry versus everybody.
versus the Eagles.
Versus everybody. The Eagles averaged 2 yards a carry versus everybody, though.
But they were
get that
still
clear, right?
8 and
It ain't
2.
like the Eagles rushed for 130 every game, and then they ran into the Cowboys, and he averaged 2 yards a carry. This shit is every fucking week with the Eagles. They average 2 yards a carry versus everybody.
Okay, which leads to
Now on that subject, let's go
Yeah.
get into the Eagles, because the Eagles defense was finally not enough to save that offense. So the final 8 drives resulted after scoring the touchdowns in punt, end of the half, punt, missed field goal, fumble, punt. Not quite the recipe for success, and it looks like the coaching staff is just incapable of making adjustments. So TJ, did the Eagles' flaws finally get exposed?
This is a yes and no answer. Because if they didn't go outside what they do, those flaws wouldn't have to been revealed even further, right? Stick to what Hurts does. Stick to the game plan. Like I said last week, you get your receiver in here crying about not getting the ball. He go for 110 and a touchdown. I bet he was happy after the game.
Yep, I agree.
In the loss. I bet he was happy. You don't see him on TV crying. You don't see him talking about how they just lost the game by leading 21
Or
points.
posting on
or
social,
post game
yeah,
or none of that.
yeah.
But to say that Dallas' secondary outplayed the Eagles' secondary, I feel is the biggest point of that game. The Eagles' secondary got exposed. And it happened, believe it or not, when Adoree Jackson went out and they had to move Cooper DeJean outside. I said, oh no, it's going to be a problem. Because you got Pickens and CD. They was finna feast on them.
They was
gonna
feasting
call
on
them
the Dory ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Smack
Either
his head on
way.
the
But I'm
top,
saying
get
that made it
top.
even more obvious, right? He's a good nickel corner. You move him on the outside, man, it's another beast. Lee, you say that all the time. And then you playing that outside,
I've
it's
said
a
it before.
whole
He
nother
he's
beast.
not an outside corner.
He can't
do
play
that.
outside. So that definitely got exposed. Blankenship got hurt. But I feel it was exclamated, exaggerated, and emphasized, basically, that they need some help and they need more work. But also, they didn't get to the pass to Dak from the outside. There was no pass rush from the outside. Dak was just sitting in the pocket, calm, cool, and collected, and got to do everything he needed to do. So, yeah, they got exposed for sure.
What are their flaws that got exposed? What are they? The run game?
No, I
can't run the ball. That's one of their flaws.
I think the big thing is the offense evaporates for halves at a time. You can evaporate for the first half, and then they come out the second half, they're balling. They come out, score 3 touchdowns on the opening drive, and then don't do shit the rest of the game. That's my thing. That's the Philly flaw I've been looking at all year. Cody made a great point last week that Jalen Hurts is putting up about the same numbers as he did last year.
Actually,
Super
a
Bowl.
little more passing yards per
A
game.
little more, right?
Yeah.
What's missing? Saquon.
Yep.
Saquon
Saquon's
is
missing.
nowhere to be found. So
Yep.
if I'm looking at Jalen Hurts and I'm saying, okay, this is our franchise quarterback, we need more out of him.
Yeah.
We need more. And he's just not there. If it's Patullo or if it's A.J. Brown bitching or if whatever it is, it's not working. And that's the biggest flaw for the Eagles is just the offense evaporates. Same with Bo Nix. Same with the Broncos.
About 22.
if the Eagles, they gonna lose games, bro. You're not gonna go fucking undefeated. It's gonna happen. You're gonna come out playing good. The Cowboys caught fire. They ran into fucking a madman George Pickens who was catching everything. Throw that bitch up to him. He catching everything. Like, bro, you're going to run into guys who got that steamroll. They fucking rolling anything that was in front of the Cowboys yesterday would have got their ass steamrolled. Right. Simple as that. So they flaws is Saquon ain't toting the rock this year. Well, that shit been exposed for 12 weeks. Yeah. Like, it ain't like it just got exposed last night. He averaging 2 yards a carry all season. So, hey, man, I don't feel like nothing was exposed. The Cowboys came out and played their A game. You know what I'm saying? That's their A+ game right there.
I don't know.
It wasn't for three quarters.
But they kept giving the Eagles opportunities to salt that game away and get done with it. But
and then what their defense do? They gave the Eagles opportunity. The Cowboys defense, boom, 3 and out. Get the ball. That's their fucking A game. They ain't did that shit all year. Right. That's the Cowboys' A game.
I don't know what the Eagles was doing right before the half when they should have just ran the ball, but they keep passing and gave the Dallas Cowboys another opportunity to get the ball, and they went down and scored
the
7.
second half, too, they came out throwing the ball. I mean,
that momentum, going in 21-7 versus 21-zip.
involved and Devontae involved a little bit.
Well, if you can't run the ball, then...
It's just been so hard with them up front. The offensive line's taking a step back. They got some great players. Now they got some injuries. But they just, Skip, you're right. Like, Saquon's not going to bang it up in there.
He's not that guy.
And
he got
carry a couple guys for 5 yards. 20. You got to give him space. You give him the crease. Now he's going to hit that thing hard, and he's explosive. He's going to make plays.
But let Bigsby do it. He'll do it.
I think he can.
I'm up 21-0. I'm bring Bigsby and let him get some stuff.
I go back to coaching.
Yeah, I'm saying
Gainwell did it last year, and now he's
Gainwell
balling out.
He's doing
He is
balling out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I don't feel like
real quick.
Exposed.
I got to defend Cooper DeJean just a little bit because he was fighting his ass off when he moved outside because he wouldn't get run by. It wasn't like he was chasing guys. He was fighting his ass. He was all over Pick and CD on those deep balls. And they just go up. They're just better. I mean, they're better than everybody.
Okay corner, he's just there in position. Okay. But them good corners, they're gonna be just like Pickens going to play that ball. That's not what he's doing.
I'm saying he's pretty good.
He pretty good in that slot. You get him on that island, he just regular.
Yeah.
Okay. He can't touch fucking Riley Moss on that outside.
Man, I was finna say
he can't
y'all
touch
get Riley Moss hell.
I promise
He's no Riley Moss.
Every time I look up,
I'm gonna bring up Riley Moss.
Wait a second. Every time I look up, Riley Moss is chasing somebody. He's chasing.
Not every time. He had a couple plays.
He's chasing, and he's looking back at that fucking ball.
All right.
Making plays.
Drawing flags. They're flying everywhere.
They got it out for him, you know what I'm saying?
They got it out.
He got that tag. Once you get that tag, it's hard to
remove. Right now, is anybody balling at a higher level than George Pickens in any receiver in the league? I don't see
I said this shit years ago.
JSN. But yeah.
Yeah, JSN.
It's different. He's like more possession, like just gets open.
But I would say JSN and Pickens right now.
It's a speed up top. It's more of an over the shoulder up top, where Pickens is more of a jump ball. High point.
Who is JSN?
Smith and Jigba.
Oh, Jigba. Okay, I didn't know with the acronyms. I got to catch up.
JSN. You better know.
That boy cold though. I know it's Jackson and Bookbook.
Skip, I've been saying that for years though, bro. I said
he is it, man.
I remember Twitter
on deep balls.
I was on K Adams' show. She said top 5 receivers. I said Jettas.
You said that.
Jamar, CD,
Pickens. Yeah.
Twitter shitted on me. You don't know shit. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, he just don't got no quarterback. I know a real deep ball threat when I see one. And he fucking dangerous. He got catch and run out this world. He got ball skills out this world.
Bounce.
And then he a fucking pit bull, Skip.
Dog.
That's what turned it up the most, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, he turned into my favorite receiver. I like Jamar, then I like Pickens, man.
But you still have the Cowboys out of the playoffs, even with these
real quick, let me just say this about Saquon. Remember, they're up 21-0. And if you have that guy running the football, the guy who averaged 125 a game last year and had a chance, if he had played game 17, to break Eric Dickerson's all-time single-season rushing record. If he's that dude, you just keep handing it to. It's 21-0. You just let the clock run, and you just go first down.
Well, he's not that guy.
They don't trust him. He's not that guy. He's not a banger. He's not a physical, overpowering kind of running back that you can salt the game away with. So he winds up with 10 carries for 22 yards the whole game.
Yeah. 2 yards a carry.
Yeah, 2 yards a carry. And he caught 7 balls for 52, and he caught one in the fourth quarter that got dislodged, and we got it back.
Yeah.
So he's not. Okay, they got 2 big issues. The offensive line is not close to what it was last year.
Yep.
Not
at
even
all.
close,
Not even
because
close.
Lane Johnson's gone, Mekhi Becton's gone, and the rest of it is not right to me, where they can't win the line of scrimmage consistently, right?
Look like an old man.
Okay?
Yeah.
And so Jalen throws for 289 yesterday. If you told me that before the game, I'd say we lose, because that's too many for him.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
huge game for him.
okay.
Saquon is
Too many
that
for
guy.
him.
That's just why you. That's why I don't let my kids play offense, because you got to worry about fucking Richie and the tackle and the center and the offensive coordinator.
You do. That's
You got to
true.
worry about so much shit
I agree.
before
I
you
agree.
can be
No
that
doubt.
guy.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
I don't want to worry about all that shit.
No, it's just you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want
Let me
to
go
be out
stand
there.
out.
I could be on the sorriest team in the league,
can.
and I could be the best player on the field.
You
Play
can.
that position.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
end, cornerback,
I
safety,
agree.
like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Impact.
Saquon is
Tough.
that fucking guy. It just ain't working up front for him right
Yeah.
now.
No.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, we got to do the playoff picture though
Yeah.
for the Cowboys, because
Yeah.
Aqib, you're leaning that they're still not going to make it. But 5-5-1, they're currently the 10
5-5-1.
seed. That's 3 spots away from the playoffs. Okay, they do have the Chiefs on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
in a couple days. So I need to know, Skip, do you have the Cowboys making the playoffs? I think you do.
Of course he do.
I do. And I
We
believe
know,
it.
Skip.
I believe
Shocker.
it.
We know. Skip.
I believe it with all my heart and soul. I am seeing it and believing it. And I'm looking at this schedule. I just think we can beat the Chiefs at home on Thanksgiving. We're good at home on Thanksgiving. They're 3.5-point favorites. We're going to win that game. And then we go to Detroit. And I used to think the team that you picked to win the NFC was a world beater, man. And I thought there's no way on a Thursday night we can go win at Detroit. And since the head coach decided to be the coordinator and call the plays, they ain't looking the same to me. That they don't look. I know Jahmyr Gibbs had a monster game,
Monster.
but it took every
got
last
him in
step,
fantasy.
every last step of him to get them home at home against the Giants. Really, in overtime. So
You know them trash teams come out and play sometimes.
Okay,
right? Well,
That's
them
true,
trash
that's
teams
true.
will
Okay,
whoop your
I
ass.
got it. But are we capable of going up there and outscoring them in their place? Yeah, we're capable of doing that. And then we get home games against Minnesota and the Chargers. And we can beat both those teams. JJ is really having a hard time, man. He is regressing by the week.
He is.
Okay?
Bad.
Very
So,
hard time.
so we can win those games. We've beaten Justin Herbert twice before already. So we could beat him. And then we get to finish at Washington at Giants. Well, they could rise up and shock us, I guess. But if we have to go win those games to make the playoffs, could we? Could we get to 11-5-1 or even 10-6-1? You better believe we could. And you saw it with your own eyes yesterday. So, yes, I give them a great shot.
I definitely give him a shot.
Okay.
It's a fucking long shot. It's like one of them golf. I don't even know the golf terms, but you know one of them long ass shots. You gotta,
Deep drive. Long
deep
drive.
drive. Yeah.
Hole in
Deep
one.
drive.
Hole in one.
It's a hole in
Yeah.
one challenge type shot. You know what I'm saying? But I just you need the Lions. First of all, you need the Green Bay to beat the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you
You
need.
do, I agree.
'Cause they got one more loss, so you need the
I
Lions
agree.
to be the one.
Well, we need a
start
bunch of
losing. And you play the
crazy
Lions.
But yeah.
And you play the Lions, so that can give them
Big
another
loss.
loss. That
Yeah.
can- if Green Bay beat them, then you beat them. Boom, you could pass them like that.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? You need the Panthers, what they schedule, they coming away with 6+ losses. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 losses, they gonna finish with 6+ losses.
Okay.
You will knock them out. And then you need the Niners to start losing. And they play the Colts, the Bears, the Seahawks. It ain't just easy pickings for the Niners neither. But the main thing the Cowboys gotta do is win out. I don't even know if they could lose one game. One more game.
Probably 4 to lose.
Probably one.
Maybe one.
To
Maybe,
get
depending on all them
76.
other things.
I mean, but all these teams like play. So if you lose one, who you lose it to? The Lions.
Out of
And then like you feel
gotta be
me?
the Chiefs.
You got to have the. Oh.
It gotta be the
Man,
Chiefs.
look, bro. Hey,
5 of the
I-
next 6, I think, could get you
It's-
win if you lose to the Chiefs. But winning now to make it safe. Winning
But-
now to make it safe. But you got the most favorable.
do you see the NFC? Like who finna have
Or the
fucking
Chargers.
6 losses?
Chargers.
Yeah.
Who gonna have 6 losses in NFC?
Yeah.
The Panthers, the Chargers.
They not gonna be in there. They not gonna make the playoffs, bro. Like
I think that AFC North beats up
The
on
Bucs.
each other.
Yeah, they
Like, bro.
beats up on each other.
I mean, NFC.
I think playoffs start this week for the Cowboys. If they want to
definitely do. They can't lose no more.
Yeah.
If they go get the Chiefs, ooh, we're in business, Skip. We are in business.
We are in business.
And then, you know, they got the Chiefs who've been up and down. I know, I'm all in. I got to get myself a Dak jersey.
I was thinking that. I was like, I wish I had a jersey to wear.
We got to get a 3XL Dak jersey up in here.
A Quinnen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll go Quinnen Williams.
Yeah,
I'll rock Kenny Clark.
92.
That's it.
Yeah, there
You
you
need
go.
a Logan Kenny, whatever you said. Kenny
Dak's
Logan.
having a great year.
They got a great chance, Kinsey, but if I was a betting man, I'm
But you are.
Well,
underdog.
I give them. I said at the beginning of the year, 7, 8, 9 wins.
You just
solid
said that.
form. I think they're gonna end up around 7, 8, 9 wins.
You're creeping up there. You creeped up
Yeah,
9,
7, 8.
9, 10, 9 or 10.
They beat the
We can
Chiefs.
roll the tape. We can roll the tape. I always said 7, 8.
I think you said 8. Yeah, it was like 7, 8.
7 is no
8, 9.
no
6, 7.
6, 7. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are grown men.
I don't even know what that means. I don't get it, but
Kids, man.
I just got
That's for
kids.
12-year-olds,
Kids,
guys.
man. My son
Yeah,
came in
kids.
doing it. I said, cut it out.
Cut it out. I think they're gonna end up right around where I said they're gonna end up, man.
There's a little hope for the Cowboys.
By the way,
it's tough games.
Don't
it's
sleep
tough.
on the fact in the division, they're leading at 3-1. Dallas is 3-1 in the division. That, as a tiebreaker, could serve you well before this is over.
yeah.
Well, the chat, 53% of them
Really?
think they're going to make the playoffs.
Woo.
We went from 30% last week, you remember, to 53.
Hey, so they
Some
creeping up.
hope
They
in the
creeping up.
Cowboys.
The chat. Believing in Dallas. Let's go.
Drinking
Well,
the
this Eagles game
It already
mean
Kool-Aid.
a
worked
lot.
on me. It already
I
worked
mean,
on me.
this Chiefs game is going.
This give you a big game. I mean,
He's starting to play well, though.
That's the
Dude,
news.
you playing the back
gonna
against
get
the wall Chiefs now. There's a different
I agree.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
They're like
I
back
agree.
against the wall.
They're up and
Chiefs.
down. They're up and down.
No, they up right now.
Well,
All
here we
right.
go.
Guys, we got to get into 36 hours of fun because this show is presented by Rose Sparks. And if your man needs some help in the bed, Rose Sparks is a prescription treatment that might be right for him. So let's talk about it. You know, when a guy is confident in the bedroom, when he isn't overthinking what his body is doing, he can just be present. And that's when everybody is having more fun. That's why I'm excited about Rose Sparks, because you can help take the pressure off so he can feel more confident and you both can have more fun. So here's the deal. Rose Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment that contains Sildenafil and Tadalafil, the same active ingredients found in Viagra and Cialis. What makes Sparks special is that they dissolve under the tongue, which means they can hit the bloodstream faster than pills. And then once the medication dissolves, Rose Sparks works in 15 minutes on average. Plus, because of the dual action formula, Sparks can stay active for up to 36 hours. So lots of time for more fun. And the whole process is easy and discreet. Ro connects guys with a medical provider through an online visit, so there's no awkward in-person appointments. If he's approved, treatment ships straight to your door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Rose Sparks on a reoccurring plan. So tell your partner to connect with a provider at ro.co/grid to find out if prescription Rose Sparks are right for him. That's ro.co/grid for $15 off his first order. Compound drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law, but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing renew. So for full safety information, go to rove.com/safety info. So if you're looking to spice things up and help him feel more confident in the moment, check out Rose Sparks and see if they are right for him when he's confident and relaxed. Everybody wins. Now, we were just talking about the Chiefs because they're facing your Cowboys. Let's talk about them yesterday with the Colts. So there was another big comeback of the day. Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City, they were trailing by double digits entering the fourth quarter. The Chiefs went on to score the final 14 points of the game, capped off a walk-off field goal from Harrison Butker in overtime to give the Chiefs a 23-20 win over the Colts. So, Richie, I need to know who deserves the most credit for the Chiefs finally winning a close game.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes because he led those 3 scoring drives to tie it up and then force overtime. You know, he had some key scrambles. He made some plays with Richie Rice. They got Kareem Hunt involved. He was looking good, but I think Mahomes was like, listen, this is the time we need to start winning. We got to start winning now to get ourselves in the playoffs. This is a game where we should get after these guys. The Colts are great, but that defense showed up, got after him, and Mahomes made a bunch of plays down the stretch. So we talked about Patty last week. We were blaming him for the loss.
I know.
So now we got to give him credit for the win.
I was hoping you were going to lose.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you until I started thinking about what happened early in that game. And he threw a pick on backed up, and that gave them 14 points. So I'm giving it to that defense. They held Indy scoreless since the second half, the whole second half scoreless. And then on the last 4 possessions, 3 and outs, including the overtime.
Yep.
So that definitely goes to that defense. Like we say, defense wins what? Championships. So if they're going to be successful going forward, that defense is going to have to continue to play like they played against Indy. And I told you, Danny, I ain't going to call him Danny Dimes. I'm going to call him Danny Giants because that's how he was playing in the second half. Like he was back in New York.
Danny Giants.
Yeah,
Danny Giants.
JT going.
He was outside in that weather. Arrowhead, that energy is different,
say
man.
that.
Arrowhead energy
It's
is
hard to
different.
win.
It's
Definitely
hard
got
to
real
win
on his
there.
ass.
So, yeah, I'm going to
That
give
Patty Mahomes pick, that was like the play.
That was a great play.
Like he
That was a great
tipped
play.
it, picked it.
Yeah, that was a great
That
play.
was like the play of his life.
But the old Pat, you know, he would have.
He tried to work.
You know what I'm saying? He would have threw that behind the back.
By the way, that guy scored on that play.
Yeah.
Lots.
Oh, he scored?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, he
Patty
scored.
tried to get him
That's
down.
right.
I
I
don't
thought
think
he
his
went
knee ever
down.
touched.
He did score on that play.
scored.
It ain't touching. He reached out.
Yeah.
It should have been a touchdown.
No, his elbow. His
Oh yeah, his forearm was down. That's what
His
it was.
elbow
His forearm was
That's
down.
what it was.
I went back and forth on this. I'm like, man, the defense, shit, that fourth quarter overtime performance was amazing, man. That's fucking 13 yards. They gave them boys 13 yards in the fourth quarter in overtime, all 3 and outs. Every time it was 3 and out, 3 and out. Even when Patty had to score on this drive, he didn't score. Coach got the ball 3 and out, got it back. That's how he went down and scored. So everybody on defense made plays, man. It was just player after player after player. But at the end of the day, I gotta say, Big Red, Andy and Mahomes, man. I think they did it. Andy, the one of the main things he did that game is he took his fucking points every time. He ain't do none of that dumb fourth and 2, go for it. He took 5 for 5. Butker, he get credit too. Shit, it was 5 for 5 on them field goals. Hey, look, shit, 5 times goddamn 3. You feel me? That's 2 touchdowns. You feel me? So that was huge. A lot of these coaches right now keep going forward and leaving points out there and losing.
I hate it.
Hey, Andy took all his fucking points. That was huge. He stayed with the run game all day long. Took his 4 yards, 5 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards. He stayed with that run game. I thought that was huge. And then he faced a cranked up ass defense. This Charvarius Ward and Sauce first time together. They played hella man.
They did.
And shit, he dialed that shit up on his man. He crossing route their ass. He
did.
called the perfect routes, the perfect route combinations for that defense. You know what I'm saying? And Patty did a great job stepping up in that pocket, making them throws, holding that ball just a little bit longer, making them throws, using his legs exactly when he had to. Fourth quarter, third down. Hey man, so I this looked like the Chiefs team who we used to seeing. I saw the 12-0-1 score game Chiefs team yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, it's the back against the wall.
Back
Chiefs right here.
man.
Hey,
That's the ones you don't want
get
to
real
Well, it
quick.
sounds like
out,
you,
man. They're
you,
a
You know what I'm
great
saying?
ball
you
So,
love them against my Cowboys.
hey, I
don't you?
fucking love them.
Yeah.
That sets up for a great
First game of the
Shit.
day.
That is gonna be a great
Food's
game.
gonna be getting done.
For
Shit,
sure.
you know what I'm saying? Hey,
Nice.
You know, he claims to be a Cowboy fan, and I'm doubting it.
But
by the
I
day.
don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm a
I've
Cowboy
never
fan,
heard
but
him
I'm a
say a
realist.
nice thing about the
I'm
Cowboys.
a really Skip. I'm a fucking defensive person. You're not gonna get crowned for that boo-boo ass shit you put on tape and this boo-boo ass shit Eberflus is calling. We not getting crowned for that shit. We don't deserve it this year.
Eberfraud.
Next year,
Eberfraud.
get Eberfraud out of there, get us a new DC, and I'm gonna be in this bitch royal blue and white like you every week.
Right.
Shit, a little bit of orange mixed in. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one or the other. Every
It's
week.
yellow too.
Look, and look, yellow.
It'll
in that
be
motherfucker.
half Dak, half Bo.
Hey, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
This is called metallic blue, not royal.
Oh, my
metallic
bad.
blue.
My
You
bad.
would know if you were a fan.
I
Yeah.
be called the royal where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's, hey.
All right, credit for the Chiefs finally breaking through and winning a one-score game goes in order for me to number 1, Kareem Hunt, number 2, Big Red, and I'll put Patrick in there, but it's mostly
Skip
Andy.
don't like Patty.
Skip don't like Patty. You're new around here, but he don't like
He
Patty.
don't fuck with Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Just know that. And he don't fuck with Tom as a front office guy. He fuck with him as a player.
Or no,
but not as
he
a
doesn't like him in the booth.
Yeah,
he don't like him in the
And
booth.
then Aaron Rodgers
no.
doesn't
So
fuck
just
with
get
Aaron
used to that.
Rodgers.
There's 3 right
Oh
there.
yeah, A-Rod. No,
He ain't
A-Rod,
never
no.
A-Rod.
Be prepared.
A-Rod.
A-Rod,
Not
yes.
fuck with A-Rod neither.
Tony Romo is 10 times better a broadcaster than Tom Brady. 10 times.
Keith, you had to get him going. Come on, Keith.
Okay.
I love the
So
consistency.
here's what happened to me yesterday. Kareem Hunt carried it 30 times for 104 yards, and they were grinded out, pounded out yards. They were punishing yards. Because I'm looking at first downs for this game. Kansas City had 33 to Indy's 10 first downs. Guess what that made the time of possession for the game? It was a rout. It was 43 minutes for Mahomes' offense to 25 minutes for Danny Giants' offense.
That's how you beat them.
43 to 25. Well, what do you think was going to happen by overtime? The Colts D, Sauce, and Jarvis, they're just gassed, man. They've been on look at the plays for the game. It's 91 plays to 50 plays.
Wow.
Well, you'd be out there, you'd be saying, I'm done, man.
Stop it. Chasing rice around. Like, God, no.
How are you going to do? Because you're by the overtime, you're cooked. You're like, my legs are shot. I need a break, man. And you're not giving, because they go 3 and out. To start they win the toss and go 3 and out to start the overtime. What do you think's going to happen? I'm going to give Patrick Mahomes he made one hell of a throw, and it was out of the end zone on 2nd and 13 at the end of the game to Rashee Rice, and it went for 47 yards. It's the one where he hit him on the deep cross. Well, it was just that's a throw, but I didn't see many of those because guess what? Kansas City went 1 out of 6 in the red zone, because they were taking field goals. But on touchdowns, they went 1 of 6. And I got to tell you, as much as you got to give some credit to Patrick, he wasn't great in the red zone yesterday. And even at the end of regulation, he took the sack on 3rd down and they just took the field goal. And I thought, the old Patrick, the MVP Patrick, he's going to find Kelsey and they're going to win the game on that play and it's not going to go to overtime, right?
What was his QBR yesterday?
It was 68.
Nice and neat.
68. It was
Nice and
okay.
neat.
But Danny Dimes was 60. So, you know what? Here's what I saw from Daniel Jones. He's good enough in a game of this magnitude at Arrowhead. He can take you to the threshold. Because for 3 quarters, I thought he played pretty well. Seriously. Well enough. I mean, they're in position. He threw a ball late 3rd quarter that hit Alec Pierce down on the goal line, hit him right there, and Alec Pierce couldn't catch it.
But he also hit a couple Chiefs defenders right there.
Okay, I got it.
A few times.
Late in the game, too.
Late in the game, a few
For the
times.
game.
Okay, but he'll get you to the threshold, but he's not good enough to take you home. You know, like he's not going to finish it.
That's exactly how I feel.
Mahomes has got all the mystique and the reputation and the legacy, and so he can lean back on that and make a couple late throws. But even the overtime throw that Mahomes made to Worthy, the deep throw, Worthy had to circle to come back for it. Like he had to actually do a 360 to come back.
Do that much, Skip.
He did. Go look at it. Go look. He has to turn around.
Turned his body.
Okay, but he had to turn back to catch the football.
It was the touch he put on it.
Okay, well, but he just threw it up to nowhere. You know, it's like a punt. Go fair catch the punt, and I give you that.
That's disrespectful, Skip.
Well, it's not just. It's the truth. It's the God's truth. Well,
that was a dime, Skip.
It was not a dime.
It was
a punt.
It was a
punt.
30-yard over route, and all I had to do was turn like this to catch it. That's a dime.
He had to stop and turn his body and come over here to catch it.
No break stride or nothing. Just stop, turn your body, catch it. That's called a dime.
Oh.
A dime don't have to be
That's not
right
a dime.
here. A dime don't have to be right here every time.
Oh, come on.
It's the difficulty
Well,
of the
so
throw.
wide open.
That's an over route going away.
Okay, what do we just say? The Colts defense is gassed. Nobody can cover anybody in overtime. It was just a matter of moments until somebody got loose to win the game. And finally, it took Butker to win the game. All right, so they won deep in overtime by 3. And you're talking about here they come.
Team.
Okay? Well, they should have won the game. It was at home, right?
Yeah, of course they did.
Now they get to go to Jerry World and good
fun
luck.
out. I do want to talk about the Colts, though, because a lot of us, we've been kind of confused. It's been 50-50. Some people are sold. Some people are not sold. Well, we did kind of see the Daniel Giants at the end. At the end of the game, unfortunately, not Danny Dimes, the Daniel Giants. And so they dropped to 8-3. They're just one game above the Jaguars for the AFC South. I need to know, did you gain or lose respect for the Colts after this game?
I didn't lose respect for them.
Because you didn't have much, right?
I kind of got on board when they got Sauce. I thought their defense would be better. I think I think it was still solid. They still played a solid game on defense against the back against the wall Chiefs. That's a fucking tough-ass game. That's probably one of the toughest games on the road against that team. That's probably one of the toughest games they played this year.
So you gained a little respect.
I mean, I wouldn't say I gained a little respect neither. I didn't lose respect. I didn't really gain respect. Man, it looked okay. I just think when a team slow down Jonathan Taylor, Danny Dimes, can he beat you? I don't know if he can do that. So I didn't think he could do that before. I thought the defense might be able to play a little bit better. I think besides, if it's not the Chiefs, that defense will play damn good against anybody else. That's just a tough-ass matchup for them. You know what I'm saying? On the road, that's tough. So I think when Buckner get back in that middle, a couple of those runs would be negative runs instead of 3-yard runs. And I think the defense will be solid. The run game is solid. But when it come down to the nitty-gritty, what the fuck is Danny Giants going to do? Is he going to be able to beat you? And that's the question mark that I always have with him. So I wouldn't say I lost respect for him. I might. You're right, Kinsey. I might have gained a little respect for him.
There you go. You talked,
Right. Now that I think about it, I might have gained a little respect.
Okay.
That was a great game against a great team, a playoff type win. If you can go on the road in overtime with a team like that, then shit, you could beat a lot of these fucking teams in the AFC.
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I gained a little respect for them. I'm still all in on the Colts. I like what they're doing. They are, they are showing their hand that you make them one-dimensional. You take JT away, Danny Dimes is going to make some mistakes and give you a shot. But I think for 3 quarters they were leading this game. They were playing really well. Tough place to play Kansas City. That's miserable playing there. It's loud, it's cold, and it's a really intimidating environment to go in and play and get a win. And now we know the Chiefs are the measuring stick for everybody in the AFC, right? The Bills, they were kind of up and down all year, and they get the win against the Chiefs, and it's like, all right, here we go. I think the Colts can take a lot out of this. The Colts' whole key right here is to get the number 1 seed, get teams indoors late in the postseason, and get that run game going. Feed JT on that turf indoors. They do not want to go on the road in the playoffs and play in some cold weather.
Well, they're going to have to go because they finna lose this division to the Jaguars. And I was high on the Colts. Carly Ursay, Gordon, I'm like, yo, she's doing a great job over here with the analytics and making people accountable. I was high on Danny Dimes, Danny Giants, and that run game. Even though I had the Chiefs winning, it was because of all the things, the elements outside at home. And I was disappointed. I was disappointed by an early good scoring touchdown drive, a defensive touchdown drive, and them kicking 2 field goals and not completing those drives and scoring touchdowns. All right, you got to score touchdowns when you get down there. And then you don't score at all the second half, and you go 3 and out for 4 consecutive possessions. I don't care who you playing. You're not a good football team if you do that, and you're not a good offense. And I don't have faith. And when I look at an opposing quarterback, it's something in everything in the eyes. When you look at quarterbacks with that Bo Nix, that Tom Brady, like, we finna win this game, you didn't see that from Danny, man. The same shit you saw in the Steelers game. He just panicked all in his eyes and his face. It's like no confidence. He come to my sideline looking like that. I'm like, oh, this shit's over. It's over. We ain't finna win. Look at him. Look at him. It's like it's not finna work, bro. I don't have no confidence. And the difference between and why I say Jaguars are going to win this division.
Did you just put Bo Nix in the same sentence with
Tom
Tom
Brady?
Brady?
Wins in the 4th quarter.
Tom
Brady. It's the eyes. I'm not saying that. I'm not accolades. I'm not saying accolades. I'm saying the eyes. It's that confidence. Regardless, if we do it or not, if we do it or not, it's the same look, right?
Okay.
Like Danny looked like he don't really want to look
Man, he
you
don't
in your
even want.
face.
He panicked.
Hey, Danny, hey, we good?
Eyes
All
be this
right.
big.
He's a nerd.
Look,
He's never had
and you
that.
know what? You know what you can say about
on Sunday.
Buddy in Jacksonville? He finishes games as well. He finishes
Lawrence.
games. Trevor Lawrence. He may not play great the whole game. He pisses you off. You watch him the whole game. It's like, God damn, you trying to get his game away? And he come back and he wins the game in the 4th, regardless of what happens. So if you ask me, Jaguars are going to win that division, and the Colts, they're on a steep slope downhill. Steep slope.
Okay. I agree about the eyes of Danny Dimes. When I'm looking over there, he's looking down, he's looking sideways. He doesn't believe it, and his team doesn't believe it. But he's still talented. He can still throw it and run it, and he threw no picks yesterday and got sacked no times yesterday. to your point, I gained a touch of respect for them. I still think they're a good football team. But to your point, you can't go 4 3-and-outs to end the game. But that's Kansas City at Arrowhead with kind of all the marbles on the table where you got to show them you're it. You're better. And I thought they were a little better than Kansas City, and Kansas City said, no, backs to wall, not today, not in this house. So I give you that. But I still think this team will rise from this. I don't think they'll be demoralized. I don't think the wheels will fall off for the Colts. They're just too good. They do have Sauce and Charvarius. And Jonathan Taylor had a long day against a really smart defense that is so well coached, and their game plan was, he can't do this to us. And he didn't. He just didn't. He didn't beat him with his legs or catching it and running it. He didn't do either one. And all of a sudden, Danny Dimes, you're on, and you can't do that. Yeah. But I still think they'll win their division, and if they do, they're going to win one home playoff.
But they got the Texans coming up.
No, look at this. Look at this. I really ain't look at this till my dog Bub said this.
Yeah.
They got the Texans twice, next and last.
Yep.
They got the Jags, who they going to be playing with, twice. And shit, quiet as kept, the Texans feel like they ain't out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they got the Jags twice.
Yep.
And then they got the Seahawks and the Niners.
Great.
Hey, Bub might be on to something, Skip. Hey,
I'm telling you.
He might be on to something.
Slope.
Hey, the Jags shit don't look like that. Okay. The Jags got the Colts twice, and they got the Broncos. Everybody else is the Titans twice, and it's just a little easier for the Jags.
I don't believe in Jacksonville. Apples to apples comparison here, the Colts are much better. When the Colts are firing on all cylinders, when they got JT going, I love what Steichen and Daniel Jones are building. I mean, it's crazy because we saw Danny Dimes and the Giants absolutely suck it up. And now this year you get with Steichen, you give him a couple weapons, you give him an offensive line. I think Spags is one of the only coordinators, or one of a few coordinators. Yep. You can go into a game and he says, okay, JT is your guy. We're going to take him away, and we're going to make Danny Dimes beat us.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about Chicago, though, before we close out, because the Bears right now, all is well in Chicago. They are winning their 4th straight, and now 8 of their past 9, taking down the Aaron Rodgers-less Steelers, 31-28 at home. Caleb Williams finished with close to 250 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions.
Yep.
The Bears defense added to their league-leading takeaway number with 2 yesterday, but the road is about to get tough for Chicago. Have you guys seen this schedule coming up?
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for them. The 8-3 Bears finish their season with Philly, Green Bay, Browns, Green Bay again, San Francisco, and then Detroit. Richie, with this upcoming schedule, are the Bears about to get exposed?
I mean, let's talk about how they got here, right? This thing has been building for a while. All my Bears fans ask me, my Bears fans friends, they're always asking me, what do you think about the Bears? What do you think about the Bears? And I felt like an idiot over the last couple of years saying, listen, they're getting closer, right? They got Ryan Poles. They got some playmakers on offense. They got DJ Moore. They got Rome Odunze, who's been a revelation. He's been great. You have your franchise quarterback. They completely revamped the offensive line this year. They brought in Joe Thuney, Jonah Jackson, Dahlman. And I feel like they're going in the right direction. It's Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, they're kind of like the cheat code, right? You have your franchise quarterback. Now you're bringing in Ben Johnson. And over the weeks, they've been able to get this offense going. Now they're fully come to life. They're 8-3. The defense is opportunistic. So I've been telling the Bears fans for a while, like, I think it's going in the right direction. I like what Poles is doing. Now they got Ben Johnson. I love it. I really do love it for them. Are they going to go and run this gauntlet of all these great teams and make a playoff push? I don't know. But for how bad they've played the last couple of years, 8-3 right now, this is huge. You can build around this. You got momentum, you got juice, you got your franchise quarterback. So will they get exposed? I think they're going to prove a lot to themselves and prove a lot to the fans over this stretch of these really tough games. And I'm excited to see it because I've been kind of calling it forever, but I've been telling Bears fans I think they're good, and then they look like complete shit. Yep. So now that they look good, I'm going to take the credit. I knew it.
Oh, that's a no.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't. Hey, Bears fans, get on my ass, bro. I just still can't believe it.
I know.
I almost became a believer last night. And then you know what I did instead? I just jumped off Pittsburgh bandwagon. Y'all fucking trash. I'm done with Pittsburgh. Put it like that.
And you've been riding that Pittsburgh
trying to hold him down.
I've been riding with Pittsburgh.
Trying to hold
I'm
him
fucking
down.
done with Pittsburgh now. Ravens gonna win the division. I said 2-5 out of them last 7 games.
Yep.
I thought Pittsburgh would be one of the L's. Fuck it, I'm saying 2-4 now. They're gonna end up with 7 losses, no playoffs.
Wow.
I don't like it.
Wow.
Bears?
The Bears. They're gonna end up with 7 losses and no playoffs.
No.
Wow.
That's a lot.
7
Jay, how
losses,
you
no
feeling?
playoffs.
Nah, I think the Bears are who they are, man. They've been consistent all year. And what can you do? You run the ball and create turnovers. And they do that week in and week out. They was calling Caleb Williams a bust because of what was happening since his rookie year. You bring in a running game, you bring in an opportunistic defense, you see a whole nother
And that
quarterback.
O-line got better.
253
You
touchdowns,
had
no
the easiest
turnovers.
schedule in the league. Don't leave that part out.
Hey, it's
All right.
NFL.
Don't leave that out.
You play the schedule.
That's it, you're right.
You play
Right.
the schedule.
It's
But when we
the
talk about the schedule,
NFL.
let's just not leave that out.
Let's say he does play the easiest schedule in the game.
Right.
That defense, even against Pittsburgh, 4 of their huge key players on defense was out the game. They're going to get them guys back. You got Nashawn Wright, who's got 5 picks. He's playing as good as any corner in the league. Kevin Byard, 5 picks.
And that was another bad quarterback they played against, too. They played
It's a
against
bunch of
another
bad quarterbacks in this league.
Not coming up.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Not coming up.
If you have the Eagles throwing, Jalen Hurts, if he throwing the ball like he did against Dallas, they could win that game.
What if he throw it
Green
like
Bay
he did against
Packers,
the Rams?
I don't believe the Packers, and I don't believe Jordan Love. So that's a win right there. The Browns, an easy possible win. The Packers, again, they could run that back against the Packers. Now, the Niners in Detroit is going to be 2 tough games. Now, those are going to be 2 tough games. They get one at home. Hey, let's see what happens what they do against Detroit at home, a divisional game. You know they'll go anyway.
Yeah.
And Detroit's not playing amazing. No,
They're up and
playing
down.
So
good
they
ball.
about to go to Philly and smack the Eagles, go to Green Bay and smack the Packers.
They can.
They can.
You don't have to.
bullshit.
It's one score.
They got.
You get into it late. Your defense playing. They get turnovers here.
I
You
like
let Caleb
what
finish
they
the game.
doing though. I ain't just
Yeah,
gonna
you
shit
know,
on the Bears.
the Bears playing good.
I like what
you
the
know
Bears
what?
doing.
I like Chicago. I like Caleb Williams and home field advantage. That cold.
Yeah.
That cold.
Yeah.
The cold do something to teams that you cannot, contradict or counteract, whatever the word is. But it's just something
Can't
about
do it.
that cold, man. You know, you go in the cold, coming to Denver.
Makes mice out of men in that cold.
Our playoff
Yes, sir.
games be 65 and sunny.
Them motherfuckers be 65 and sunny. Be
In
cold,
January,
55 and sunny.
it be back 50 and
You can
sunny.
get it either
It feel
way.
like 65.
You can get it either way.
We barely had cold. I guess we had a cold Patriots game, but our
Yeah, but
playoff
it's
games
cold.
be nice as shit. Pittsburgh,
It'll be
nice as
sunny.
shit outside.
It'll be sunny. It'll be
Like,
sunny.
I'm with TJ. I am sold on the Chicago Bears
Whoa.
because of, thank you, that turnover
Just like
differential.
different from you, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're plus 16 in turnovers and you're 4 clear of the Rams in second place, I'm taking that to my bank, man. Caleb is playing at a high level, a way beyond bus level, thanks to that new head coach / coordinator.
Give
Definitely
DA.
matters.
DA too.
Yeah, no, I agree.
On defense.
I agree. But I just think they're winning, even though yesterday was the first winning team they've beaten all year, the first
Yep.
team with the winning record. That was the Steelers.
with their backup quarterback.
Okay, I got it. Who actually played better
Yeah.
than Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers
they
has played all
off the
year.
play.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But Caleb is winning football games, and it's contagious for that team. And I think they're going to show you against Green Bay twice.
That's going to be the test.
That's going to be the test. And that's all they need to do. They need to at least win one of those, and I think they could win both of them because they're playing at a very high level within that division.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to bet against a team that just keeps winning football games because they're hard to win, as you guys well know.
Right.
And they're showing you we can win in every way, shape, and form. They can run it, and I agree, the defense is about to get a lot healthier. And when it does, you better keep looking out for the Bears because Ben Johnson's showing me he's the real deal.
Yes.
As
I don't
head
trust
coach.
Jordan Love,
Yeah.
man. He just scares me in Green Bay. Like,
Yeah.
I
Jordan
know.
Love just missing Tucker Craft, bro. He was Tucker
Yeah,
Craft. He was dropping
that
30
ain't-
points a
That's
game.
Yeah.
what you got to
You-
deal with.
Yeah, I'm just saying, he's finding his way without his number one receiver.
Yeah.
It's like any quarterback.
But
in the
even when he
National
had him,
Football
like,
League
I
would
just
do.
don't trust.
I feel like
head case to me.
I feel like the Bears are getting better this season. I feel like they're proving a lot. I watched them play the Raiders earlier in the season, and it almost looked like a dumpster fire. I mean, it was like these were two bad teams trying to lose these games, and now Chicago goes down and they win the game at the end there. But I feel like Caleb's playing better. Ben Johnson's getting more and more into his playbook.
Yep.
He's got the connection with Odunze. DJ Moore's a stud. I've always been a big fan of DJ Moore.
Yeah.
And then they got the run game. Like that's the thing
That's what I like.
that's how you support a young learning quarterback. You run that rock and you pound that rock, and then you don't put it all on Caleb. You're not dropping him back 40 times a game and saying, "Hey, get in the shotgun and go win this thing." So I feel like they're getting better. And I mean, sitting at 8-3, holy shit!
I love the run game.
Tight end too. I
love the run game, but the turnovers, I feel like it's a little smoke and mirrors, bro. Look at these quarterbacks. Who they get these turnovers against?
Who that? Name them.
They trash. All of them, bro. They terrible quarterbaks.
But even
the
last
Raiders,
year,
the Commanders. I can't name them. They backups. I don't even know them.
Even last year, they were opportunistic. They were getting a bunch of takeaways. The offense just couldn't do shit last year. This year,
like every time they play a team, it's the backup quarterback.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like every single one of them, bro.
All right, let's get to tonight though, you guys, because we do have a Monday Night Football game tonight. And
I would love this schedule. Like, bro.
Hey, what about you say the run
Sign
game,
me up
man?
for this shit right here, bro.
All right, guys, I need your picks and scores for tonight because it's my San Francisco 49ers. We got Brock Purdy back, and they're looking a lot better with Brock Purdy, and they weren't looking bad. So we need, and it's at Levi Stadium. So, Richie, what do you got score? Who's winning?
I think this is going to be a good game. I think San Francisco is going to come in there and run the ball, establish a run with CMC. Carolina, well, we just talked about Carolina and all the things they're doing good. Purdy looks sharp, man. Guy's come back, 3 touchdowns. I'm riding with him. He's my fantasy quarterback. I got him starting this week.
Love it.
I got San Francisco winning. It's a long West Coast trip. Monday Night Football. I got San Francisco winning 28-21.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Long trip for Carolina. I hate the East Coast to West Coast. Niners, 31-21.
Pretty convincing.
Yeah, pretty convincing. And scored something late at the end. Pretty convincing.
I got, if they wasn't taking this trip, I would probably pick Carolina, just how they running the ball. And Bryce Young, he can be consistently not over the top with his play. But I got the Niners with Brock Purdy coming back. And, Kyle Shanahan, he going to find a way to win that game.
Yeah.
24-20.
24-20.
It's down to the nitty-gritty.
I cannot disagree.
Yeah.
Even though Carolina has won 3 straight very quiet road games, which is impressive. They won at Jets, at Green Bay, and then at Atlanta in overtime. I think they'll keep this close and low scoring. I think it's going to be a battle, and I think it'll be fun to watch in a low scoring kind of way. I got your team 20-17.
You guys are all riding with the Niners?
Nope.
You don't like that, huh?
We love to see it, but that's bad luck.
I'm from the city.
No,
We
but
can't all ride with
sometimes
them.
it just is what it is. That's just what's going to happen because the Niners are just a little better.
They're just
Just a little better. Even without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, they're going to win.
Crazy
this game.
right now.
He's going
He's running
CMC
well,
going
bro.
crazy.
He's leading the league in all yards.
He's starting to look Purdy back.
Brock and Kittle have that
Yeah, they got that
They like
connection.
that.
He only ball when Purdy.
All right, guys, we're going to close out there. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Gridiron presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. And we will see you guys tomorrow on the couch.